What's the word? It's your boy Rashad back, back, back at it again with another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 220. Gods to get to it, feeling good. How y'all feeling? Fists in the air if you can hear me. Fists in the air if you can hear me. Gods to get to it. Appreciate everybody in here. We got Mick Gotti, we got O-Weezy, A-Dog, Rail, God's Eye, the Magician, Big V. We getting to it. Another day, quality content, a lot of stuff on the timeline, whole hell of a lot of controversial shit on the timeline, but we got to get to it. I want to hear y'all opinion on a lot of shit that I didn't see. I appreciate y'all showing up on this Sunday, man. Lots of appreciation. Listen, I dropped that Summer Walker album review. Me and Kenya got to it on Friday. The album review, Summer Walker, she hurt my heart. She broke my heart. Can't lie to you. Summer Walker broke my heart with that album. Killed me. Mick Gotti, what's the word? Mick Gotti,
Yo,
can you hear me?
yeah.
Oh, okay, bet. I was trying to make sure I wasn't talking on mute. Yeah. So yeah, did that album review on Sunday, man. Very, very, very upset, disappointed. I don't know if y'all niggas heard it, but I did. Kenya tapped out very early. She was quick with this album was ass. I tried to hold on. I tried to hold on as much as I could. It was only like a few bops on there for me. Probably, I think four or
Mm,
five. Outside of that, I don't know what the hell was going on. I didn't get the vision. I thought it was going to be, cause first half of the album was titled For Better. The second half of the album was titled For Worse. I thought there was going to be, a level of separation in, up tempo, slow songs, ballads, growth, fun. And it was just all just very, very slow. I didn't understand it. I was highly disappointed. It made me feel like Stoli was right. I should have did the Wale album, um, as the review, cause that one wasn't it. You heard the album, Mick?
yeah, I'm actually a big Summer Walker fan, and I wouldn't say highly disappointed, but it wasn't the summer I was looking for. Like, I didn't hear the summer I was looking for except for on maybe 3 songs, if that.
Man,
And I just was like, cause see, my whole thing with summer is I don't care whether the song is fast or slow necessarily, but it gotta be normally her shit is still quality, cause like a lot of them shits off the second album was slower paced, but it was quality slow paced, so I didn't mind it. Like, but this shit here, it just, I don't know if it's what Joe was saying, where it's like she happy now, so she trying to flex on niggas, but I'm like, she's done that before in songs. It just
did
was
that
better.
album make you feel like she was happy? I
Uh,
felt like she was sad. Like she tried to get off the For Better or For Worse, and she put like little I guess descriptions of what the first disc and the second disc would be. And so she posted those, and as I read it, I was like, nah, she lying. This some bullshit.
okay, maybe
This is grade A
happy.
bullshit.
I ain't mad at you because you know these bitches be bullshitting, but maybe happy is the wrong term, but it seemed like she on some like I'm setting boundaries, I'm valuing myself and all this other shit, and you could kind of hear it in the music because it's like,
She said that after London and then got with Larry.
yeah,
Like
but
what we
but
talking
it,
about?
I know. Listen, listen, we know what's up, but I'm saying like before it was never reflected in the music though. You dig what I'm saying? Like her music still sounded like her music. And now it's like now I'm hearing some of these songs and I'm like, nigga, you sound more like Kaylani than you do Summer Walker to me, and I'm not really a big Kaylani guy. So I'm like, nigga, what is this?
Listen, justice for
Like
Kyrie. I'll never be a Kaylani
oh
fan.
yeah, nigga, big
Justice
jersey.
for Kyrie.
Big jersey. I'll never support that bitch. But yeah, I don't like nigga, I don't want to hear Summer Walker and Glorilla on anything. And I like both of them. But I just think certain worlds don't, like, why wasn't Wale on this album?
I don't know.
Where
I
was
was so
SZA? Where was SZA at? Like, what do you, like, what the fuck is going on here?
I was
You got
so
Teddy Twin
disappointed.
on this bitch?
I was disappointed in Glow's verse. I was so disappointed in Glorilla's verse because I think that she is, as when it comes to the women, she's up there in top tier. In her verse, it seemed like she just dumbed down her verse to fit in with her friends. That's what it seemed like. She just dumb, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But Summer did have Chris Brown. She did have Bryson Tiller. She had a lot of expensive samples like Wale did. And so I don't think as far as um the trying and the putting the money into it, I don't think that was the issue. I think the utilization of the features, right, of the Mariah the Scientist. That song robbed you with Mariah. I didn't know which one was Summer and which one was Mariah off the first listen. I thought it was this, like, the same woman. Chris Brown, doing the overdub types of where they're singing at the same time. I mean, that's cool, but you got to let Chris Brown go. Sometimes, like, he's one of them niggas where you just pass the ball and say, go get a
Yeah,
bucket.
that's when you just kick. That's when you kick it and he just call the ISO. You just
Yeah,
like,
and that was weird. The Anderson Paak, using him at the end of the song as like a voicemail or call, like, that was weird. It's like he's another nigga where you just kick the rock and say go get a bucket. It was a lot of just like, why are you using people like that?
only thing is I won't slander that song because that 1-800 Heartbreak is one of the better songs on that album to me. That's the Summer I needed. Like, when I heard that, I said, oh yeah, this was what I was looking for. But none of the album, it was just that one track and the rest of the album sound completely different. And I was just like, see, and I was like, maybe it's because I look at her kind of like how niggas looked at Mary. Like, I come to you for like singing out your pain. This is basically when your girl is mad at you and y'all broke up for a little bit and she go outside with her friends, but she not really having fun, but she trying to twerk on the couch to make it look like she having fun. But if
Uh,
you know the bitch, you know she ain't having fun. And you just kind of like, this is disappointing.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. What is my favorite one? Situationship. Stitch Me Up. I love Stitch Me Up. The outro, Finally Over It. Heart of a Woman. But after that, it got real, real bleak. It got real bleak after that, man. And those songs were at the end of the album. So I don't know if y'all want to know more about it. It's in the jumbo. Me and Kenya album review of Summer Walker. Um, in the heartbreak, you can just see the disappointment in my eyes as the album just went on and the confusion. I was genuinely confused. But yeah, man. Should have did Scully. Should have listened to you, man. Fits in the air for Scully. You called it before it even happened. Should have listened to you. I apologize. Made a bad call. That Wale album would have definitely hit different on the review. I'm still listening to Wale, even though it just dropped Friday. You know, niggas' attention spans be crazy. I'm still listening to that though. And I
I was,
enjoy seeing Wale tweet. I enjoy seeing him on the timeline and interacting with his fans about what was going on with that album. He's responding to, the crazy tweets. He's responding to the encouraging tweet. He's just like all over the place. So that was cool to see. I did see a little clip of Joe and them saying that Def Jam dropped the ball, which I do agree. Thinking back to the promotion, it all looked like it was all him with these little freestyles. He got somebody on the team that can do the lyric art for his songs, which I think is very smart, and where you don't necessarily have to shoot a video, but you can get somebody to get the lyrics together, put some shots together to promote a song. That was cool. But as far as the label helping a nigga out, yeah, they fucked up. They fucked up. This one should have been everywhere. He should have been on Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if he was or not, but he should have been on somebody's late night TV performing. There should have been extensive promo, whether it's billboards, whether it's some level of commercials, whether it's a collab with brands and stuff like that. I did see the Nike commercial, which was cool. If y'all niggas know, if y'all grew up around the way, Wale put motherfucking Nike boots on the map. I don't want to hear no Max B shit. Max B did not put Nike boots on. Wale did. Y'all niggas is nasty up there in New York, man. I hate it. Wale was that guy. With not only with the Nike boots, but with the SBs, the foam posits, the New Balances. You
Man, if
got
you
to
know
give him his
Wale,
respect.
if you know Wale, you know he's probably, if not the flyest rapper, one of the flyest rappers ever. One of the best dressed rappers. Nigga ain't dressing in Dreamcatcher jeans. He not dressing bisexual. Like, he just dressed like a man who dresses well. So like, niggas, if you know, you know. Like, it ain't really
Yeah, that nigga that said Max B put niggas on Nike boots, I wanted to punch him.
like I
I
got it. Like,
rarely
I
get
knew what he
upset on
was
social
trying to
media.
say, but it was just like, nigga, Wale popularized that shit. Max B might have did that shit for New York niggas, but that was a New York bubble. It wasn't Wale's Nike boots. Nigga got a song named Nike Boots. So it's
Come on,
like,
man. Come on, man.
um,
Black SBs with a mug on my face. This nigga put us on the culture. New York think they the center of the world. Sometimes you just gotta tell them niggas. And I lived in New York. My folks from New York. But them niggas just think they the center of the world, and I don't like it. I
yeah,
don't
well,
like it. Piss me off.
you know that ain't.
Kenya, what's the word? I told the folks that you told me to cut the Summer Walker album off soon as we started playing it. You were disappointed in it.
You listened like I did. It was slow. It was boring. It was repetitive. It was just not it. Just not it. Love Summer though, but
Kenya said, "I'm just here so I don't get fined."
Somebody said she need to get London back on the
Yeah,
track.
God's eye.
I
He
ain't gonna
said,
hold you.
get London
Like,
on there. Kenya said the same
That's
shit.
a fact. As I was listening to it, I was
yeah,
like, damn, I miss London. Shit.
We starting to realize that she might be the problem. Wake it up, Big V. What's the word? How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Getting to it. You know what it is, man. But I'm gonna need you to calm down on that New York slander, sir. Like, I'm gonna need you to just tone it down a little bit. Don't act like we ain't set the trend for this fashion shit, man. You know what I'm
Hey, listen,
saying?
I'm
Like,
Big Queens, PS
you know.
155, fist in the air. But I
I
do know.
ain't you know what I'm saying? But you gotta act like you know, man. But big respect to Wale. We know Wale coming from a sneakerhead as such as myself. You know, he done changed the game a lot. Cause, you know, but he's a rapper, so he's gonna be the first to get everything. So, I mean, I get it, but yes, between him and maybe I'm gonna say right now, West Side Gun, they probably like the flyest dudes in the rap game right now as far when it comes to fashion sense. So yeah, that's just my take on it.
Okay. Kenya,
West Side Gun. Yes.
how many pair of Nike boots did you have back in the day?
I've never, is that like a trick? Do girls wear them?
Hey man, you was from round the way. I thought you felt the vibes.
I was a lady, please.
You was a lady.
Yeah, I had, I remember I had a pair of,
All
what
them
was it?
fights you got in, I hope you had some boots on. What you was fighting in slippers?
No, I
No
remember one
slippers in
fight
the day room.
I had some Aldo snow boots on one time. It was the winter.
Kenya, you was
No,
fighting in some Aldo boots?
no
What?
slippers in the day room,
Nah.
Kenya.
Those were some hard bottom boots too, man. Them shits was hard.
Y'all niggas is crazy, man. I appreciate y'all in here. Fist in the air for y'all. Repost the space. Let's get some folks in here. Have some quality conversation. Kenya, I seen a tweet that you made, and then I quote tweeted it when you made it. I went back to the tweet today, and it's up there. 85,000 impressions on that motherfucker. You know which tweet I'm talking about?
Oh my god. They're trying to say I'm inciting the diaspora war.
Hey, we gotta get to it. Because first of all, the meme that you put on that shit was genius. I was,
Cause honestly, you know what? We're not gonna talk about it. Just shh.
when I seen that shit, I said, oh yeah, Kenya funny as a motherfucker. That shit was funny, but it was insightful. If y'all don't know, I'm about to put it in jumbo. Um, Kenya tweeted, one day we'll talk about how Sam, I don't even know which one is which. Obviously we talking about, that's not obvious, but we're talking about Rory's exes, right? I don't know who's Sam. I don't know who the woman that he proposed to. But Kenyon said one day we'll talk about how Sam wasn't
10%.
bothered by Rory's tweets about a dark-skinned black woman or their hair because she's Indo-Guyanese. What does Indo-Guyanese mean?
They're like they're the Guyanese people of of Indian descent. So they're like it's like half the kind of like the same thing as Trinidad. There's a lot of similarities with Guyana and Trinidad, but like we're half Indian, like half black. They're also very Indian. I think they're like majority Indian at that point.
I ain't gonna lie, Kenya. I'm on the tweet now. This shit went up to 94,000. Are they in your back end?
No, people are agreeing for the most part. Because, I mean, if you know Caribbean people, then like Indo-Caribbeans are very, like, they can be viciously anti-black as well. So all those Vashtis, all those, like, they be dark, but the hair be real fine. They are very anti-black. And they be dating white men a lot, too. So it just ties in, you know?
So who's the tall looking, like, dark-skinned girl? Is that Sam?
Dark skin is a stretch, but she's tall and skinny, yeah.
I seen her. She had like a red dress on or something like that. What was her?
We only know, I guess, like at this point, we only visually know like Rory to be seen with like two women. It's just Sam and the baby mom, and only the baby mom because like she just made a video yesterday, I guess, because people were like attacking her. So and then the baby mom is biracial. The baby mom is pale as hell. And her hair is 2A, so I mean, shit.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about her. I'm talking about
That's Sam is the one that he was with, like when he was with Joe, like on the podcast, the one that he proposed to at like the Rock Nation brunch.
The one who said that he said her hair smelled like hip hop.
Yes.
Or like her body.
She smelled like hip hop. Yes.
I didn't even think that was that bad. I'm not gonna hold you. But yeah, what made you like say that? What brought that to your mind?
I don't know. I was just like thinking about the situation and like I kept seeing people try to like make sense of it or like, oh, like Sam didn't mind or oh, Sam didn't care. He was with a black woman and everyone. And then like in the gender wars, like the men are like, oh, well, he's like, with a black woman or he was with a black woman at that time. And I'm just like, this is something that happens a lot. This is what the FBA people are talking about. That lady ain't black. And I'm telling you, she does not identify as that either. They are very anti-black. And if you look at her family and her sister, everybody looks very Indian. Sam's probably the only one that looked kind of like she could be black. Everybody else is very Indian. So she come from Indian folk. They're racist.
Is it a possibility that she didn't care because she know who he is?
No, probably not.
Why don't you ever give folks the benefit of the doubt? One, if y'all don't know, Kenya is sitting around thinking about all types of ways to verbalize oppression. Just sitting on your off time, just thinking about what did I say that would be the most oppressive thing.
Oppression? It's crazy.
Like, who just sits around and thinks
that's not a bad thing.
It is.
It's not a bad thing. It's not. I'm telling you, somebody has to be the voice of the people. You can be the voice of the oppressor if you want. That's fine.
Voice of the oppressor. Name for the space. God's to get you.
But no, I mean, these things don't exist in a vacuum, Rashad. So it's like, it's a funny conversation because there are sectors of black women that would not, like just heavily would not appreciate, their partner saying stuff like that, white or black, right? Like it would be offensive because it feels directed at you because you're the person, being maligned. Like the descriptors fit you basically. When we're talking about men that like slander black women and then date like women of color and stuff like that, they're not really gonna care. A Hispanic woman would not care about that type of rhetoric. An Indian woman would not care about that type of rhetoric. So it's like, they get to just skate past it and act like, they don't see nothing, they don't really bother them, but it doesn't hit them. They don't feel offended. And I'm not saying that they have to, but I'm just pointing out you probably won't see them care. And it's because they're not the party being talked about.
Yeah, I think that it's because Roy's white, honestly. Because as a black man, if I say, what did he say? All black people said the same thing about Blue Ivy when Beyonce had her outside not doing nothing to her hair. All black people said that same thing. We can't act like we didn't, but we black and he not. And so it hit a little different. But as a black man, if a black man says that, hey man, why y'all letting that baby come outside? Her hair look crazy. I don't think you would feel like, oh shit, he's attacking me.
No, but if it was that and it stood alone, then maybe. But the culmination of the tweets is just, it paints a picture.
Yeah, I get that, but I did want.
It's yeah.
I wanted to talk about what academics did though, because I thought that was interesting and I thought it was lame. But you can't tell somebody how to react to their beef, I guess. But if y'all don't know, academics found it a perfect time. That's one thing about when you got beef out here in these streets. Niggas can't wait to jump on the bandwagon. And academics did what academics usually does and jumped on the bandwagon. So he made a tweet. It said 4 years ago, added Rory, you came to my house trying to be cute like you were some mob boss. I've been on your head ever since for my protection, of course. Condescending angel face. Thought you got a $10 million podcast deal. I don't know why you still in the hood. There's mad black women out there. Don't you hate them? And so that was nasty. But he posted pictures of Rory at a playground. One picture is with Rory's daughter in there. Matter of fact, two of them. They got Rory pushing pushing a stroller. He got his daughter on the jungle gym, and then he got another one at Rory at a park. I thought that it was pretty lame to include Roy's kid. Cause if you watching this nigga 24/7, then you have other pictures. I think Act was trying to show, make a statement of like, I know you and where your kid's at. I know where you live type vibe. Cause he felt like Rory did that to him. But to include the kid in it, I didn't necessarily like that. If y'all don't know, the beef, I'm not exactly sure how the beef started. I do know that Rory sent academics a card in the mail. Very cryptic card at first. Academics didn't know who it was as far as who sent it. He said that he first thought it was Meek Mill. He was beefing with so many niggas. And then one day on Twitter, Ack had fell asleep and Rory was saying that academics is asleep on Twitter for clout or for attention. And so Ack said he woke up like Undertaker rising from the dead and he got on Twitter and was going back and forth at Rory. And Rory was, every tweet that he would make, he would put a number in front of the start of the tweet. Academics soon realized that Rory was, quote unquote, spelling out his zip code. And so that's how he put two and two together, that Rory sent the card to his house on like some intimidation shit. And so ever since then, academics has been on Rory's head. And so having a private investigator for 4 years, and he said on stream that he got $1,000 for niggas who got the drop on him now too. I thought that was odd. Because nothing really happened. Nobody died. It's really like no real beef. I don't like you. You don't like me. We said some shit online. And so the escalation to me is odd, but I wanted to know how y'all felt about that shit. Go ahead, Kenya.
I just think, academics is really good at telling a story. And so I watched like the whole 15 minutes. It was so entertaining. But one, I think, like you said, you can't like tell people how to respond to stuff. I guess because if the first super bad thing that happens is the dropping off of the card at Ack's house, and then the next thing is Ack like linking with the side chick and then
Yeah,
exposing him.
that's also what
So
happened.
it's
Yeah.
like, so I think it escalated before then in the sense that Ak is saying, I ruined your engagement. I ruined your, proposal. Like that is supposedly the running narrative of why, him and Sam never got married is because he got exposed he was cheating the whole time. And Ak exposed that. So it's like, I don't think the beef is that frivolous, but at the same time, I don't like the posting of the kid. I always fall on that principle. It's very, very nasty behavior. But outside of that, Act don't gotta give a fuck about Rory.
Yeah.
Like, he don't.
Word to the wise, if you out here cheating, you can't be out here actively. Oh shit, I'm sound. Hold on.
I say, right? Echoing.
Oh my bad. Yeah. Oh my bad. Yeah. You can't be out here cheating and then beefing with niggas. And then you cheating with a swoop. Like Academic said that she just happened to be at the house. Like it wasn't like he didn't even know, until she started running her mouth that she fucked with Rory on the side. And then he said when he heard that, his eyes lit up. He told all his friends to be nice to her for the rest of the night, shit like that. But that was after you sent the card trying to be, a mob boss. Come on, Rory, you not that guy. I think he took Academics lightly, and now you can see that Academics ain't bullshitting with his ass. Because if he got the drop on you where your kids is at, and these are multiple pictures, it seems like from multiple days. He said he's been watching them for 4 years. That's kind of nasty, and that's nasty in scary, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. You know where a nigga at, you know where he stay, you know where his kids lay his head, you know his baby mama. That's kind of crazy. And so for me, it's like still it's not even that deep. But you can't, like I said, you can't tell people how to react. But it's like, come on, man, you putting the babies in it. Because now, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people out here who love Rory, just like there's people out here who love Act. Shit could go left real quick. I'm assuming something just happened on the stream. You said something about my show because of the breakup, or you said something about, me and my potting
Well,
ability.
why you bring shit could have went left when you came to drop that card off in my mailbox too? Could it have not? No, like why do you get to? That's a fair point. Why do you get to play? You get to play mob boss games.
I guess you're true. I don't know if he showed up. That was the part that I was confused because at first Act was saying that Rory showed up to his house. I don't know if he got
Whoever it
mailed or not.
was that pulled up, okay, to drop the card off, whoever it was clearly in association with Rory. That's a fact because Rory admitted it to Joe that it was him.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit kind of, I don't know. I'm a peaceful guy. I wouldn't have did it, and I wouldn't want to perpetuate this shit either because now the cat's out the bag. This shit is 4 years old. Now the cat's out the bag that you've been watching me and stalking my kids. You don't put private investigators on somebody for years and taking pictures. Those pictures seem like they all blurry and shit. It's like I could imagine. You remember that meme with Shaq trying to hide behind the pole? Like I just imagine a nigga just hiding behind a tree and break out his phone real quick. We know where he at. Act.
The
like,
thought of a private investigator following Rory.
The nigga just out here at Starbucks. Nigga getting his he at Chipotle and shit. Nigga just around the corner. That shit is crazy. Mike, what's the word? How you feeling?
What's going on with you guys this Sunday? I just want to say, I think it's a little bit biased because he came to his house with like some card, like he thought you was a mob boss. So if I want people to like be on you for 4 years, I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. Like you showed up to that man's house uninvited and put a card in his mailbox. So I don't think acting wrong here. I mean, I think we should, if anything, we should appreciate and acknowledge the fact and just saying how much of an honorable guy he is for not pinning a hit out on him, because clearly he could have done that, right? So,
Put a hit out on a nigga?
I mean,
Come
he's
on.
got pictures of him being in plain sight multiple times. So I'm pretty sure if Act wanted something done to him, he could have had it done. So I just think, I think it's actually a little bit more honorable that he's like, he let this guy live. You came to his house, and Rory also said he wanted to fight Act multiple times. He was gonna do things to him. So like, no, Rory put that energy out in the atmosphere, and he kind of got to deal with it. I don't see what's the issue with this.
Doesn't, to me, right? It makes it even more lame that you have been watching me for 4 years and haven't done anything, but then run to the internet with pictures. If you were on that seriously, then you would have done something. But you ain't been on that, and you just want to come to the internet and post pictures.
But
if Rory asks you to fight, you could fight, or you could have somebody snuff him out because you watching him. There's a lot of things that you could have did, but waiting for this time and where everybody jumping on his back to now you get on the bandwagon and it's like, what they
That's not
said.
valid though, because he been hating Rory all this time. Like I'm not finna hate on a nigga every day, but like he don't fuck with dude. It ain't like he waited until everybody else start hating this nigga to like start hating. No, this nigga been hating him. So like that ain't true.
But what it takes me back to, like, when King Von got killed, and then Mimo 600 went to Savannah and shot a music video, and everybody was like, "You out here shaking ass." Like, and your man, somebody did something to your mans. Like, that's what it, like, you coming to the internet and shaking ass instead of going to get some get back because a nigga showed up to your front door. That's the lame part. Like, either you gonna do something or you ain't. Scully,
no, you don't get
Yeah,
to,
I
no, you
didn't
don't
get
get
that
to tell me
correlation,
I'm
but I was
lame. I
just
do
gonna
whatever
mute
the
up.
hell I
no,
want to do.
I'm saying, like, either you gonna stand on business, either you gonna make something shake, either you gonna get some retaliation because a nigga done pulled up to your
He said
door,
he tried to.
or
He
you
said he
ain't.
tried to get the fake plumber, the fake maintenance man to come in, and I don't know what was the maintenance man supposed to do once he got in Rory's apartment.
Nigga said he gonna put some cameras up. Like, hey fam, either we gonna fight or we ain't. Either we gonna harm each other or we ain't. But you running to the internet and posting pictures, and not only of me, but posting pictures with my kid. Like, this some whole shit. Like, what we gonna, okay, you posted them, now what? Like, are you still going to be watching me? Or can we just, fight?
Maybe it's just supposed to make Rory feel unsettled. Because I feel like if that was me, I would be like uncomfortable. I'd be a little scared. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, but like I'd be like, oh my god, I'd never feel okay going outside at that point.
And why do you think like it's supposed to like just like because you do like come from a point like yeah they should just fight and get it over with. No, like if I don't like somebody that much as it seems like academics don't like Rory, I want this person's life to be a miserable hell. So I do want you to go outside and be like, damn, who watching me? I also want to. He's Act is probably like impacting his pockets in some form or some fashion too. So like I don't get this whole ideal of oh I don't like you so I'm gonna fight you or I'm gonna hurt you and then we gonna let it go. No, I want your life to be a miserable hell, like until you die. Like that's kind of like how if I dislike someone that much, I would imagine that's how it works. I don't see it as oh I'm finna fight you and now we finna like shake up. Oh we cool or we ain't gotta be cool. No, I don't want to see you be successful.
You know what? The more and more y'all talk, the more and more I realize these pictures are from some type of super fans that know that the beef is popping, and so they DM and Act some shit, and then Act trying to use it as I got
They
somebody
don't
on you.
look
I
like
don't
a
think that this is
consistent person taking these photos.
These aren't professional pics. This isn't no private investigator, because if a private investigator taking these blurry ass pics, I need my
You
money
are
back.
not getting paid. I want my money back.
I need my money back. This is some random ass nigga that's a part of Act's fan club that know that they got beef going on. Hey, Act, I see him out here with his kids. Ha ha ha. This is some 17, 18-year-old that has snuck a picture while he's smoking a cigarette on the park bench, sneaking and smoking from his mama, and trying to be cool, and then Act using it as some type of I know where you at tactic. Because if
And
you
it's
did,
also, this is scary in the sense that, okay, it's the same playground, different days, because he got on different outfits, so you know where he takes the little girl to go, like, to play at the park. And then the second photo is clearly, that's not the kind of stroller for a toddler. That's like a stroller for an infant. So that photo was taken when he just had that baby. So these are two different people that took these photos.
Yeah, that nigga's crazy. Scully, what's the word? How you feeling? How you feel about this? Is Scully up here? Look like it. Watcher, what's the word? How you feeling?
Oh, we good on this Sunday, man. Everything is lovely on this side. Hopefully y'all are doing well. You know, it dawned on me as you were speaking of the act component or academics, position, and I'm thinking to myself, I really can't ride with academics. Not that I know the exact quote, I don't know the exact word for word, but I don't necessarily recall academic being an ally to black women in any way, shape, or form for that matter, right? So it's like, to some degree, I could place an argument to suggest that these two gentlemen are in a similar fashion or a similar boat. Like, this is not the champion we send out to defeat Rory when we need advocacy or need his, like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, all right, well, we want Rory to get packed up. We don't select academics, right? Like, he's got blood on his hands. He's got dirt on his nails. Like, he's filthy as well as pertains to his rhetoric and position on black women. Is he not? Isn't he?
Yeah, if you are in FBA, if you're foundational Black American and you say that academics is not a Black American and the way that he talks to Black women is disparaging, yes, I would see that angle. Yes.
Right. So he should be real quiet. But it's like, we don't like. Do we need to turn the spotlight back on you and dig up your past and highlight all the things you've said and done that are disparaging towards the black community, Mr. Academic Man? Why don't you sit this one out and be extra quiet?
Yeah, I could see that angle. I could see why people say those things. So you are of the mindset that he doesn't like Black women either, right? That's what you're
I
saying?
recall, that's what I said earlier. I don't remember the exact quote, but I do remember that he was on Fresh and Fit, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was, and he was up there doing what the other Somali kid be doing, and the other simple ass Haitian dude be doing, the fresh, quote unquote fresh guy, and they was gum bumping and talking wild crazy about black women. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me, but I'm pretty confident in this regard. And Act was up there right along with them singing the same song, and so I'm like, yeah, no one has ever said that academics is an advocate for foundational black Americans or black people in any way, shape, or form from the diaspora for that matter either.
Yeah, I remember him up there. I don't necessarily know exactly what he was saying up there, but obviously if you're on Fresh and Fit, then you probably gonna get out how them
You
boys
know the
get out.
vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you gonna get out how they get out. I think like with his quote unquote beefs in hip hop media though, I never seen those in the way that the majority of people seen them. I seen them as somebody who is abrasive to all people and somebody who is annoying to all people. And so he's entertaining and he has to do what he has to do when it comes to making his comment. So he says shit, but I didn't necessarily think that it was solely targeted to women because obviously we got this Rory situation. We had Meek Mill, we got Lil Baby. Who else he was beefing with? It was a lot of niggas that he was beefing with too. And so I didn't get it from that angle of, he hate women, he only attack women. Because if you really do watch academics, streams and his tweets, especially early on, Warren Chirac, like all of that shit, that was like academics on niggas' heads. Right. And so in my opinion, I can understand why you say that because of how it is, positioned in media, but, and the FBA angle too, in which he is Jamaican, I think. And so I get that. But they're not gonna hold Act feet to the fire. But he did have a big situation early on this year. What happened early on this year? I forgot. And where that nigga was stressed. I remember seeing a couple streams.
Oh, yeah, he went live. He went live and had some underage thing went left on him.
Academics?
Yeah, he did. He said something online.
Oh yeah, in the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe there was a minor involved, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was talking crazy to the little kid in the Discord.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that
So,
nigga was stressed.
he's not our champion, right? Like, if you need someone to send out somebody to handle Rory, we don't select academics as our champion. So I just feel like he's the last person I want to hear speak on this matter. I did see a room yesterday with Mark Lamont Hill in it, and he said he was going to speak on it today or tomorrow. He was reserving the time to gather his thoughts and so forth and so on. So I'm curious to see what his position is. I think we need somebody else to be a better advocate on that stage.
How,
What?
nigga? What are you even talking about? What you talking about? If I don't like a nigga, you think I care about what y'all? Oh, I need y'all to go be an advocate. What you mean? Like I don't like this nigga, so I'm gonna kick this nigga back in.
That's called hypocrisy, though, bro. You kicking Rory's back in when you yourself, academic, are not an advocate for black women. So
So
how are you?
I don't like this nigga.
We're all hypocrites. What are you
No,
talking about?
you all hypocrites. I'm not. You all are.
Nah, you a little hypocritical too. I see your tax returns.
This nigga is ridiculous.
Watcher, you not that bad. I only hate you for like one point. It's an egregious one, but it's only one. So you kind of you making it in my list because
And
I
Kenya
everybody
appreciate
hates
that.
else,
I
all
appreciate it.
men,
I
so
do want to
she's
have
being a hypocrite by
one day.
not
I do
hating
want to have
you.
a full conversation
yeah,
with y'all about entitlement programs. But you know what I mean. Outside of that, we Gucci.
entitlement
Hey,
Now,
I
programs.
can I say
Talk
something
to
about the
you
academic shit real quick? I do want to ask a question of how long does beef last? Because
forever.
son went to his crib like 4 years ago. To have 24-hour surveillance on me, like I want y'all to know, if you
But I
mad
don't
at
really
me,
believe that. Do you believe that?
I mean they got pictures of him at the park
but
with his
those
mixed child.
but those pictures are like somebody was sneaking and took them shits. That's not private investigator style pics. Like the private investigator that you call up to see if your wife cheating, like those two, like those are the pictures. The ones that we seen in what's that, Quincy and Monica? What movie was that? When Quincy mama had them pictures in a folder?
Oh, loving basketball.
Yeah, when Quincy mama had them pictures of the folder of dad cheating, that was the quality that I expect when we talking about private investigators. Not this blurry ass.
She was the real villain. Uh, so
These pictures look like motherfucking flip phone razor took them while he was running.
I want to say this on record since this is recorded. If anybody got a beef with me and it's older than 30 days, I promise you, you won. You won. I'm sorry. Please don't go through the lengths of having people take pictures of me in fucking Kroger trying to figure out which avocado I like, and then you gonna post your shit on the internet. It's not that deep. You won, bro. If you care that much still after 30 days, like, it was the most important day to you, and to me it was just a Wednesday. So, like, take that with you. You won. You won the beef. If I need to cash app you to end the beef, then I'll do it. But like, it's never that deep. Academics looks crazy.
Hold on, you gonna cash out another
Sometimes
man for not beefing with you?
I'm beefing with you, Scully.
No, you're not. No, you're
Ah,
not.
Hold on.
No, you're not.
Damn it.
Adjust your
Hold
hat.
on now.
Adjust your hat, Miss Mama.
Sometimes it's hard.
ah. No, for real though. Like, when is this shit over with? Because Ack is dragging it. Like, because we could get this over with, man. We can have a decision or we can box.
This is why we got the celebrity boxing. Like,
Hey,
they
my
need
nigga,
the celebrity box.
this
I
ain't
don't
the
think they
'90s.
should because
This
if
ain't the
they
'90s
did
no more.
box, Rory gonna beat him up, so they really can't box it out.
Will he
That's
though?
that's not fair to academics.
You think Rory? You got your money on Rory?
Sadly, doesn't make me feel good to say, but yeah.
Rory a little out of shape. I seen some recent pictures. That looked like an even match to me. Ack on the Ozempic, his weight getting down, his head getting bigger. I don't know. I don't think that that's a clean sweep.
Nah,
Academics drinks Hennessy all day.
Rory is fueled by Irish whiskey. Okay, that anger is something
That
different.
nigga
If you
got
got that Jameson in you,
a
that's something
lifetime
different.
supply of Jameson. Oh shit, man. I don't know if that's an easy fight. Not gonna lie. I think that they are a even match. Over under. I don't know. I think Ack gonna get some shots in. It's not gonna be a punishment. Ack could get some shots in on his ass.
His little short arms. That is so funny.
Y'all niggas is crazy, man. I felt like just leave the kids out. If you want to hate this nigga forever, hate him forever. Even though I think that that's ridiculous because nothing really happened. But leave little mama out of there. She climbing on the jungle gym and shit. Come on, dog. You could have had some
I
other
agree with that.
pictures.
Yeah, leave the kids out of it. And hating Rory for what to what end is the other question. Like sooner or later, we have to make a decision on what we really want collectively. Is that like has folks already made their mind up? They're not going to support the podcast. I forgot what the name of Rory and Maul. Like has everyone
You
ever come to
said it.
determine? Is that yeah, Rory and Maul, right? Have y'all all come to the determination y'all not listening no more?
Watcher, wasn't nobody listening no
Nobody was
way.
over here was listening anyway. So like, I
Oh,
don't.
that's cold blooded.
There's nothing
It
that.
ain't nothing to stop supporting. This
Yeah.
is just juicy teas, but nobody was listening to them.
How do you feel
I don't know
about
what their
him?
rating was, but I think they did had a decent rating overall.
Yeah,
It had to be.
they're doing pretty strong. How do y'all feel about Ack exposing that Rory was cheating in the wedding getting called off? I
Oh,
think
that was such a fire move. Yeah, it was
that's
fire.
a fire move. Come
Yeah, he
on,
ate
man.
that.
That's
In
not
the
a come
beef,
on, dog.
wrecking your engagement in the beef. Do you know how
Nah,
I'm going to
bro.
sleep that night? Do you know how accomplished I'm finna feel when I lay down in that bed?
Nah, that's
Oh,
too
yes.
much, dog.
Oh, yes.
I ain't gonna front. Rory's girl is whack because she was supposed to marry
She
him
was
at a
supposed to hold it
fight.
down.
Yeah, she was
She
Yeah,
was
supposed to
she
supposed to
was.
come
marry
on.
him at
She
a
was.
fight.
She was.
Rory
She
might have
she
dodged a
can't
Just
let
bullet.
for the
Act
sake of the
win.
beef, yeah.
She can't let Act win. She's supposed to marry that nigga and then be happy in every picture.
You gonna team up with the ops?
Is she black, by the way? I heard a rumor she's a black woman. Is that true?
Yeah, she I think she's Grenadian. Yeah, she.
What we doing
She
out
Whoa,
got
we
here?
are
she got black
butchering
skin,
this.
Watcher. She got black
Watcher,
skin.
she's melanated. She's brown skin.
Kenya, can you
Where
find
where
can
her
you
folks
find a
from,
picture of
Kenya?
Sam and put it in the jump up,
She's from
Kenya?
Guyana. She's Guyanese.
All right,
Guyanese.
listen.
See, I
This
was
is
close.
perfect, and this is why delineation matters.
She got black skin, but yeah, she was supposed to hold it down. You can't just side with the ops, fam, and then act. That's a slimy move. There's no like. I would never try to like, hey man, be your nigga beefing, so he out here fucking hoes. Like, come on, dog. Where's the
No,
rules at?
what rules?
That don't
What
make
rules?
like you a hoe for that.
Yeah, we
We're,
have man
Says
code.
who?
Check
we're
it.
Like, yeah,
beefing. What do
yeah.
you
What?
Nah,
Like,
mean?
what?
man
Why do
code
you think
trumps
it come
that.
with rules?
Man code trumps
I
beefing. You
don't
know what I
know.
mean?
Yeah, that's some hoe
Ain't
shit.
no such thing as man code. It's
Yes,
2025,
there
brother.
is such a thing as man
No, it's
code.
not.
Yes, there
If
is.
I don't like you, nigga, I ain't gotta do nothing for you.
Here come the new
Why you cheating on
blacks.
your bitch?
Right,
Why?
right. It's
Why?
it's never that.
Why?
This nigga think I care about you. I don't like you either, and I know you cheating on your bitch. Yeah, like fuck you.
You don't gotta care
That's why I'm
about me.
like,
You gotta
what
care
kind of
about the
code are you
code,
talking about?
bro.
You don't have
I
no
don't give
code.
no
You
fuck about no
cheating.
code.
Nah, man code says you're not supposed to tell unless it's with a trans.
Hey, just like
Yes,
6ix9ine said, I'm telling. Fuck out of here. I don't like you either.
You sound like a new black to me.
man. You can't, man. That
The
is
newest
nasty.
of blacks.
Dump
See,
that bitch
it
really
was the same thing
fast.
with when Drake was trying to insinuate that LeBron was cheating. It's like, all right, bro. Like, okay, we beefing, dog, but
Exactly.
this,
Come on.
like
Isn't
this,
that how Kobe and Shaq fell out? Didn't Kobe and Shaq
yeah.
fall out over that?
Kobe up
Yeah,
there
so
talking about
they've been
Shaq
doing
did
that
it
since the early
too.
2000s, which proves my point.
Yeah, but
No, because that proves my point. Everybody knows the code. You don't move in that fashion.
So
It
why
don't
was
matter
Shaq
what.
telling?
no, Kobe told.
Oh yeah, yeah,
When
yeah.
Kobe
Kobe
got
did tell.
caught,
You
he
right,
was
you right.
like, yeah, Shaq be doing it too. It's like, nigga, shut up.
Yeah, come on. You don't talk about what I'm doing on my. Hate you
This nigga
niggas.
said, come out, we called Shaq. Come on, man. I'll whoop your ass for real now. At first I was just playing, but you can't do that, man. I don't care how me and a nigga can be into it like crazy. I'm never going. I might, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't take it to that level of telling on him. I get a homeboy trying to fuck his bitch, something like that. I tell on her. Yeah, see, I tell on her if she cheating, but I won't tell on him.
Well, guess what? The one common denominator is you still telling. So I mean, shit,
But
it
see,
don't
that's not.
matter.
If you
Might
tell
as
on
well
her
get it
for
over with.
cheating, that's not breaking the man code.
Yo, Rashad, here go one. If you go out with your sister's husband, your brother-in-law, and he run a play on a chick, do you go back and tell your sister?
Depends on how much I like my brother-in-law.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would. I would talk to him. I don't know. I don't know if I
My
would.
nigga Rashad. My nigga.
I don't know if I would, dog. You gotta talk to him about that.
Exactly. You got to talk to him. Y'all niggas don't know the code, B. Like, no, you don't break man code.
You just changed the conversation from a nigga that I don't like to my brother-in-law though.
No,
No,
but answer the
it's about
question,
the
Mike.
principle. It's the
Would you
principle.
tell your sister if her husband, if you seen her husband doing something crazy?
It depends on how much I like him and if I thought my sister can find a better nigga.
Mike
I'm
just
sorry,
telling on everything.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
for the
you
variables.
don't. He wasn't raised right.
Yeah, how you feel about that?
Which one? Y'all was asking a lot of
If
scenarios.
he asked me, would I tell my sister that her husband cheating? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I would just talk to him.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think that's like dark and egregious, but it's like to be expected. It doesn't surprise me that you said that. So.
Because like the probability of her leaving anyway, I don't get in people's marriages.
She's your
Especially marriages.
sister. She's your sister.
But what if she don't leave?
What? It doesn't matter. Your loyalty would be to your sister always. She's your
That's
sister.
false. No.
But what if she now
That's off. Your loyalty is more to the man that she married than her because she got married?
My loyalty is to the
What?
code
it's
that
to the
governs
union?
us. It's
The
the
what?
yes.
So men have codes that supersede even their familial bonds.
We
Ladies, please
used
pay
to, but
attention.
these new
Ladies,
guppies,
please
they don't.
listen. Because that sounds absolutely insane, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. But
I
all
just
right.
want to keep her mind safe, right? I don't want to put all that stress and strain. I can say something to him, you know what I mean, and we can swap it out, duke it out. I'll be upset. You know what I mean? I'll make him think that I told or will tell so he can shape up. But I don't know. I don't think I go to the lengths of actually saying something.
I mean, hey, I don't, if, I'd rather, I guess you just, I don't know, not say anything in that case, or just, yeah, like just don't involve yourself at all, because that's like crazy to me. And it's like the way that, I don't know, everybody looks at cheating as such like this really frivolous thing. So I guess it's also about like how you feel about cheating. But it's like, if you're looking at it as grave as I think you probably should, because if your sister gets herpes, that will change the trajectory of her life, I'm sure.
Why you had to touch
Wait,
upon?
why'd
Yeah.
you
Why
bring
you
She
that
do that?
into it?
always does that.
Yeah.
No,
Why
She
you do
always
that?
no,
does that.
Why'd you add
Nobody
Pop
said nothing
Rocks
about
to
no
the
herpes.
equation?
because that
Yeah.
has to be added.
No,
No,
it
it
doesn't.
No,
doesn't.
you don't have to
It
add the
does
Pop
not.
Rocks. You made a
Absolutely
choice.
not.
It does.
No. She
No,
always
what do you mean no, Rashad? This is a no. You guys are like just so disingenuous. I don't want to know if you guys have ever had chlamydia or gonorrhea or anything, but it's just like, as adults, I think we're all aware, right? Like we're all aware that the more stuff you do in that realm, the more susceptible you are to just shit, okay? Now,
It can't happen to you a missionary though. I know that much to be true.
Niggas
all
have
I'm
Can't
caught
happen to
saying
you.
niggas.
is putting your partner's health at risk is not a frivolous thing. And I think that is the main violating component, I think, of cheating
No,
and
you're fear
cheating
mongering right.
activities.
You're fear mongering
fear
right now, and it's just
mongering.
yeah, you're
It's
totally fear
not,
mongering.
I'm fear
You
mongering
are,
about
yes, because
chlamydia, Watcher.
yes. Here's why: have niggas caught injuries before? Yes. Anything career, nothing career ending, nothing season ending, right? A nigga sprained the ankle once or twice. Once. Let me put now say twice. Nigga sprained the ankle once. Okay, shit happens,
So
right? Whatever.
women shouldn't fear chlamydia because it can go away.
That's what my
No,
homeboy daddy said. He said, just don't come back with AIDS.
no. What I'm saying is like the
That's what
amount
he
of people
told me.
running around. You say what type of caliber. Remember, I'm with you, right? I'm with your sister. So like the type of caliber women I deal with. I'm not dealing with no run of the mill, okey doke, dingy chicks that gonna give me chlamydia. Stop. And also, I'm moving safely.
Chlamydia
Like,
ain't
why
got
you?
no face though.
That's true, but you know what I'm
Y'all be
saying.
saying that, and that doesn't, you guys always say you guys say you're moving safe, but it's like you're eating box, you're putting on the condom to have sex. Listen, there's nothing safe about what y'all be doing, so let's just stop using that word. Please.
Uh-oh.
Sometimes you got to eat the disease first
Oh
to taste test
Oh
God.
it.
my
This shit is
gosh.
disgusting.
You are
You
fear
got to
mongering,
Here come
Kenya.
taste
I
test
Audra.
the
can't
crap.
co-sign this.
Audra, what's the word? And that's not what I said, Audra. I did not say that.
That's not what you said. Are you sure?
I
That's
did
why I'm up here for clarity.
I didn't say that.
No, give me a yes or no. Y'all would let a nigga play in your sister face in front of you? Is that what
No,
I
I
heard?
said I would say something to him and
Yes.
get him right.
They said it's
Pause.
bro code,
But
Arthur.
I'm not going to call
Yeah.
that. I'm not going to. He out here fucking with hoes, or he in a bitch face, and I'm gonna just look the other way. No, at the end of the day, it's still my sister, nigga. You better tighten up in this motherfucker. But
But
after
what would
that,
be your reason? But what
You,
you have not given one good reason for you to not
man
tell your
code
sister.
over your sister? Like your blood? I don't
You haven't
I don't.
said
understand.
any reason outside of the supposed
I
code as
did
to why
say it.
you're not telling her, but that's not reason enough
No,
as to why you're not telling
the
her.
reason is I don't get in people marriage. That's the reason.
So if that's the case, then just keep acting like you don't see shit, because it's very performative for you to go and act like you're saying something to him. Talk about don't cheat on my sister. You don't really give a fuck.
I
No,
And
here's
this
Stevie
the
ain't
reason.
Wonder
a
been
Okay,
act.
rumor.
hold
This is
on.
in
Tell
your
the truth.
face. Like the nigga got the bitch in his lap and you standing right there. This ain't no rumor. You can see the nigga with your two eyes.
and I'm
Hold
gonna
on, hold
tell
on.
her to get up.
Stevie Wonder been acting like he can't see shit for years, bro.
That
It's okay to act like you just didn't see your brother-in-law go get a phone
no.
number
Let
at
me
the
Kenya.
Chinese store.
Scully, mute up.
I wouldn't do
Kenya.
By
that.
No.
himself.
Now Scully crazy. I wouldn't do that. I'm not looking
No.
the other way. I'm not. I will
The
go talk
reason
to
is
him.
this. The reason is this. And the niggas may not say, but it's the truth of the matter. Like I know my brother-in-law, I understand how the game go. And though we move in foul ways from time to time, it's not enough to therefore destroy the entire apparatus of the entire marriage. And so I need to check my brother and find out what's going on with him at this particular moment. It's my brother-in-law, and find out what's going on with him in this particular time that he's actually making a decision such as this. Because I also know, but for the grace of God, I could be in the same predicament, right? We men, we understand the nature of who we are. And so now I need to pull him to the side and check him, and because I don't want to run to my sister. If I run to my sister,
The
What?
nature of
Wait,
who
Oh,
we
wait,
are.
can we
Look,
wait,
hear
look.
wait
this?
a
It's
Can
minute.
we
okay
hear
when they
this?
Oh
describe
my
Hold on, wait,
themselves
god.
hold
like
on, wait. Let me
cave
read what
beasts,
let me
but
read
when
what
I
Big
do
Mama
it,
said.
Niggas don't
I'm a
got no
misandrist.
control.
Let
Okay.
me
Yo, you niggas are
hold on,
diabolical.
wait.
What are y'all talking
Hotep,
Let me real
talk
about?
to
quick.
him.
Let me read what
They
Big Mama
making y'all look
said.
crazy. Hotep,
Big
talk to
Mama
him.
said I
Please.
told my cousin her husband was cheating and she stopped talking to me. That's what I'm
yes.
saying. That y'all niggas act like that's not a
Yo,
possibility.
So
yo,
fuck your integrity because you scared someone ain't gonna talk to you. Okay,
She
all right.
stopped talking. This is
yo,
my
My
cousin.
integrity is
Rashad.
based off the code that I share with this other man. I
I
walk in
need
his
you niggas.
shoes.
I need you niggas to shut up. Stop
Code that
talking,
I share
please,
with this other man.
please.
Hotep, please talk to them.
I need you young men to shut the fuck up,
Hey
please, for
man,
two
listen, I don't want
fucking
my
minutes.
cousin. Listen, I love my cousin. Now she ain't talking to me and she's still with the nigga. What did I really do?
Say it 2 times, Rashad.
What did I
So
really do?
check. I'm trying. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This weed giving me the giggles. I ain't gonna hold
This
you,
nigga said the
but
giggles.
That is
son.
adorable.
So Kenya had me crying off the dribble when she said, "This shit is dark and egregious." I was like, "Yo," but yeah, you niggas sound insane, son. I'm not gonna hold you. Like this man code shit y'all pushing, y'all tiptoeing. I don't like it because Watcher trying to push all you niggas over the edge. Rashad trying to keep it somewhat logical and wholesome. Scully joking and shit. But y'all know y'all sound ridiculous. At the end of the day, in the scenario that you're talking about, yes, there is some credence to not blowing up a marriage. I do understand that. However, Watcher, you cannot aid and abet it and then front like, oh, I'm gonna give him a stern talking to after. No, nigga, no. You gotta either be with it or against it. It sounds like you're with it. You shouldn't be. That's very unscrupulous of you. That's very
He said
that.
he understands the nature of men, so trying to be
Yeah,
a
that's when I
good
started
man
laughing.
stand.
That's when I had to come off the mic and start laughing. I'm like, okay, you niggas is bugged the fuck out. First of all, I love my sister because I don't have a blood brother and shit like that. I got a bunch of men who I consider brothers and shit. I have a blood sister. If her husband was cheating in front of me, that automatically means he don't respect me. Cause nigga, we ain't got no blood. We ain't got no nothing. We share my sister, nigga, and you gonna violate my sister in front of me, nigga. That you disrespected me. Okay. So I agree with Rashad saying that I'll check them and shit like that. And I also understand, about blowing up the marriage, but we definitely gonna handle that shit mano a mano, nigga. You violated. And so his response to me after I check him on that bullshit is going to be the deciding factor whether I should blow this shit up. Cause if he responds to me like, fuck out of here, nigga, the nature of man or whatever the fuck Watcher just said, I'm like, yeah, I'm texting her right then. I'm calling her right then and there. I'm blowing that shit up. Like, we went out and shit like that. This nigga is actively doing you dirty, sis. Fuck him. Fuck this marriage. And I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah.
Fuck is you niggas talking
I'm
about?
gonna get my scenario wasn't that. My scenario was say you out, you know what I mean, and you walk into a restaurant, you see your
Yeah, you
brother-in-law
just
at the
happen to
table,
see him.
yeah, with another woman. That's what the situation I'm talking about, first and foremost. And regardless of the scenario, the point I'm making is this. Y'all could be on this stage now talking about I never cheat, black men don't cheat. I'm so loyal to the soil and this, that, and all right, my nigga, stop it, all that. I'll tell you the straight and down truth of the matter. Shit happens in relationships. Sometimes folks make bad choices and bad decisions. We're not the
Yeah,
sum of
that's
our.
not shit happening. That's you making shit happen. That's not shit happening.
Ah,
Like,
you tap dance on the stage for these folks. Go ahead, bro.
I'm not tap dancing, bro. If you want to cheat, that's a choice that you made. I'm just not about to sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying, cheating was bestowed upon you like an inheritance, nigga. That's not how that
Niggas
shit
just
works.
fell
That's
in the
not what I'm
pussy.
saying
Yeah,
either.
like,
I just
I'm
said
saying,
shit happens.
I'm saying,
Okay, I whipped my dick
Tripped and
out.
fell.
no,
It
what
got
I'm
wet.
saying,
Look,
Hotep,
look,
is this.
man.
That there's a thing such as cause and reaction. For every reaction, there's a cause.
oh shit. We
So,
bringing Newton into this?
all right, bro,
Oh
you
my
playing on
God,
stage.
Audra, now we're at the part where women are to blame for the cheating. You know what? Let me drop down. Rashad,
Oh
I'm not
Who
shit.
said
participating in this
women?
in
Shout
I
this
out
said
to
the
shout out to
prostitute.
Isaac.
circumstances. Y'all want to have a pity
Yo,
party, like as if none of y'all
what?
folks are
Hey,
doing
What
hold
are
on,
this.
you
wait, one
talking?
second, one second. You know what's rich about what Kenya just said? She just said that niggas are stupid if they woman is cheating. Now all of a sudden she want to drop down. Kenya, we got you again.
Thank you. She don't have
Yo,
You don't have
anything.
anything. You
hold on,
literally don't
Kenya.
have anything.
Kenya, you're the co-host. You can't drop, gang.
Kenya
We
Like,
so
said,
good.
Kenya said niggas are retarded if they get cheated on.
word,
I
Kenya?
no, okay. Yes, I said that, but you have to understand the explanation. Hold on, no, because
Well, I
it sounds
mean,
crazy, but I swear it's gonna make sense if I explain.
She said
Kenya,
niggas
Oh
I
are
feel like I
my God.
understand.
retarded,
I didn't hear the
bro.
conversation, but I feel like I get it.
Because you know where I be coming from, right? So it's not like how it sounds. Rashad just trying to paint it like that,
No,
you
so
know,
why
to
my
try to
Kenya,
get the crowd.
why
Rashad just trying
my
to get the crowd.
retarded ass sister ain't know that her motherfucking husband was cheating? Now you trying to put the blame on me?
That's
nah,
different.
a nigga being cheated on being retarded is crazy.
Kenya a
because
nasty
Nah,
one, dog.
what?
Torin, what's
She
the
put a
because
nigga
word?
on the spectrum because he got
What?
cheated on.
Because Rashad,
Yo.
have you guys ever experienced a woman that is like just madly in love with you? Like she's just so
Oh,
about
here we
you.
go.
Have you ever
Here we
That
experienced
go.
sounds
that?
like bull.
Never seen it.
The Kenya theticals.
There we
Never
go.
seen it.
Yes,
No, nobody felt that.
yes,
None of
I've
y'all.
seen it.
Okay,
Yes, I've seen it.
okay.
Like my
You
grandma? You
know
talking
how
about my grandma?
Granny's love.
right?
No, nobody love me like Granny.
Grandma prayers still hold me down.
Now hold
That's
on,
a
because if
fact.
your sister see your bitch with a nigga, you don't want her to say nothing.
If she don't, we gonna have problems.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The
You niggas
code is
Nah,
different. The
men,
code,
y'all
our
some
code is
halfway
different.
Negroes, man. Y'all halfway
It's
Double
Negroes.
minded
We gonna have some
Negroes.
motherfucking
men's intuition is going to help me figure this out myself. I don't
it's
need
too
you, detective.
it's too much cap in
Hold
here.
on,
Okay,
wait. Let
all right.
Torin go. Torin, what's the word?
This
How
is a
you feeling
recorded
today?
space. Mhm.
I'm good, brother. My phone on fire, but other than that, I'm good, man. You all right?
Yes, sir. Another day. Got to get to it.
Yeah. About this, man. Look, I feel what you're saying. Actually, I feel everybody's point. But here's the thing, man. People be having arrangements in their relationships, man. You don't know who stuff is open. You don't know who know about other people's stuff. And a lot of times people have stuff going on where it's like out of sight, out of mind. It's like they know something going on and they know it might be something. But personally, even if it's blood, man, it's been my experience to stay out of stuff like that because you don't know what kind of deal people got going on. And they're going to end up looking at you sideways if you say something. So I let the Lord handle that. Whatever I see, I might pull the dude to the side, like if I'm in a scenario, like if I'm out somewhere and I see like my brother-in-law doing something, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" Like that. If I whatever, depending on whatever answer I get, I might say something, but most likely I may not, because people be having these deals, man. You just don't know.
Yo, and I fuck with that, Torin. Right now,
Yeah,
nowhere in your submission did you say some crazy shit like it's man code. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause
nah,
you're a
that's
grown.
yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. People be saying
Thank
it
you.
every other day.
That's
They
all
want
I
to be.
wanted to have established. Watcher came up here on some fucking dude bro shit. Like, fuck out of here. Ain't no man code,
You know what
nigga.
though, man? I'm gonna be real with you, man. People be making all this shit up because they don't want to just say I want to do what I want to do, and they don't want to
Thank
admit it to
you.
themselves. Just say what you want to do, what you want to do, because there's people out here who do that. Just say that and stop putting all that street corner tinfoil hat shit on it, man. I can hear that shit from the street dude with no shoes. Anyway,
And that's all it is. I don't want to hear no motherfucking man code. Soren said it. Nigga, I'm just choosing not to engage. Fuck it. I'm just gonna walk past it. It ain't because I got some type of told, unwritten rule with my sister's husband and no shit like that. It's
Can anybody hear me?
because
Okay,
Many
deuces.
marriages still stick together even through infidelity. Like
Yeah.
Torin said, there may be some arrangements, all that type of shit. However, Torin
Okay,
also said
okay.
he would approach Son, and if Son's response was some crazy shit, there is a possibility that he would tell his sister. So that's what I said. That's exactly what I
Okay, and
said.
my response is, if it's not man code, then why do we have countless? Now, don't let me run them
Somebody in the
all.
Matrix. I can't hear it.
I'm in the matrix. I'm good.
I can hear him.
I appreciate you. If it's
Oh,
not
maybe
man
it's me.
code,
Oh.
then why can I right now, if I chose to be able to run a significant amount of circumstances where men speaking on another man's doing the affair that he's involved in is seen as a violation? We just pointed out, we just said one of the problems with academics and Rory is like what you doing out here speaking what that man's doing his affair. Or I gave you the Kobe situation with Shaq. I gave you the situation with what's that rapper's name? We talked about what the situation like talking about somebody's baby moms. And, oh well, on the low, you sleep with such and such a person. This across the board, we know you don't speak on what another man is doing behind closed doors out publicly. So don't make it sound like it's something that is only for me. All of us move in that fashion.
All right. So the examples that you listed, I think almost all of those situations, the other man was getting into some degenerate shit as well. And at that point, that's just snitching. You feel me? So yeah, I don't see your point. And in the
No,
example
niggas acting like they goody two shoes. Come on, man.
what I'm saying
Oh, but you're
is,
not
what I'm
snitching on
saying
your
is,
brother-in-law.
no, nigga, because me and him are not cheating on, like, no, that's no. Like, when it comes to the Kobe and Shaq shit, one nigga got caught up doing some shit, and then he threw his man under the bus. Like, that's just dishonorable behavior, nigga. It ain't really so much a man code, nigga. That's just snitching. Like that, you shouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't do that. When it came down to academics and Rory and shit, that's that nigga's enemy. Like like these are all specific situations that you're talking about. So it's like when it comes down to this shit, no, I don't think there's a man code between me and my sister's husband. No, I don't. I disagree with that.
And plus, another thing too, you got to look at the person you're dealing with too. If the dude you're dealing with is a kind of a buster type ass dude, and if you're on that type of time, you got to be aware that you can't really do certain stuff around that dude because it's a possibility that he may pull somebody's coat and start snitching on you and stuff. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna be out there doing that, then it's kind of incumbent on you to be aware of who you're doing that around. And if you're around a dude like that who you know gonna do some shit like this after 4 years, then in a way that's kind of falls back on you as well. The
Go
sucker
ahead,
stuff.
H. Bush. My bad, Torrin. Go ahead, H. Bush. Kenya, you might
All
gotta
right.
hold on. Wait, 1 second, 1 second. Kenya, you might gotta leave and then come back because I'm sending it to you. It's not coming up. Go ahead, H. Bush.
All right, good afternoon to everybody in the room.
What's the word? How you feeling
Cool, just over here listening to Anita Baker, listening to
on
y'all
this
too
good Sunday?
on this
Old
good
school and
Sunday.
cleaning up.
On God. But I just came up here to say, like, because I said weak boxing, I will go up to him and tap him, because if I see it, I'll go up to him and tap him on the shoulder and tell him, hey, bro, we got to talk. You do all that popping off, it is what it is. Like, I'm just gonna leave it at that because there is a point that you don't know what people make up, but at the same time, to me, you're disrespecting me because if you got kids with that person and they're tied to me, the kids break up, you're not gonna break that down to the kids. So I'd rather you be mad at me, your uncle beat up your dad because he was out here doing shit, than my dad wasn't here because he wanted to have another girl and you didn't break down the scenario of what's going on. That's just me. Everybody else can deal with it what they want to deal with it because I treat my mom the same way. If she's out here dating and I see her dude out here, I'm getting on his neck. You're that like what's the word? Like you're representing my mom and I'm a representation of my mom. So then you think that I'm gonna be out here doing this shit and word do travel. So I don't like that shit. If you don't want to be with that person, let that person go. For real, not no setting up no deals because you start doing that and then other people start, like you said in the beginning, Rashad, I'm about to send my homie over there to go fuck with. They already got deals set up. Why not? People play that little ass game and the games don't need to be played with people feelings because you might die. And I just leave it
He
there.
said, "Cause you might die." Jesus, Jesus. He is his sister's keeper. I just said I'm having a conversation. He said, "Cuz go die." Wow.
No, conversation. But if he start popping off, I mean, shit, you can meet these hands. I ain't trying to go no further, but if people want to feel some type of way, how you think I feel that, my sister might be crying or she might go into depression for shit like this. People don't talk to, they too deep into the shits.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Oh, she back up here. Listen, it's 114. Appreciate y'all here. Repost the space. Repost the space. Repost the space. Follow the host. Follow the folks up here that said some good shit to you. The Patreon is in the jumbo. We got a free tier. We got a $5 tier. We got a $10 tier. Me and Kenya just did the Summer Walker album review. Quality content, not a quality album. Go ahead and watch the review. It was definitely disappointing, man. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon. Definitely appreciate that. I wanted to get to this next one, and we got some mature individuals up here, so I trust that the conversation will be mature. But I did want to have this conversation because I think it's only right. And just want to get into perception and things that were going on the timeline based on another situation that happened. So if you guys haven't noticed or don't know, there was a young woman on the timeline named Stacy. I don't remember her last name, but she was killed by her boyfriend, unfortunately. Right? I feel like niggas who put their hands on women, they are the lowest of the low, especially if you take it to a situation in where you took her life and then he took the coward's way out and killed himself. And it was for the first couple hours, it was a lot of outpouring of sympathy and why did this happen. The nigga had like 6 protective orders in different states. He's still roaming the streets. I don't even know that, like, how that is possible. She put a protective order on him the week before she was killed, and he's still outside. I didn't get that part. That was weird. But after the time went on yesterday, you could see that there was a change in narrative because his picture was shown, and he is not a black man. I don't know what he is, but he's not a black man. And so the conversation turned into the same conversation that we had up here, things of that nature, when it came to Telvin Osborne. It was a young man that was killed in South Georgia by his white girlfriend, and he was on social media talking crazy about black women and talking about how the white man's ice is colder, and in this situation how white women are better, and how he could never be seen with a black woman and all that. And so people were coming up to the stage and saying that it's none of our business because of his online rhetoric. This young woman has that same type of online rhetoric, right? And where she is preferring white men. She would rather be with white men. Obviously, whoever that guy is, he wasn't black. And so people started with the gotcha moments of rest in preference, because I think that is something that she said. Or if she didn't say it, there were people who were in outrage of what happened to her. They said it about Telvin Osborne. I wanted to get y'all opinion on this circumstance, and is this something that is quote unquote not our fight, like what people were saying, or should we just take it into consideration that even though she was dating outside of her race, there's still a black woman that was killed? And so the dismissiveness of, because you don't have a black man, then we shouldn't give a fuck about, is that warranted in this situation? Because it was how people felt when Telvin Osborne got killed. Go ahead, Torin, and then we got H. Bush.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to talk about this, but this is why my phone's been on fire all morning. Look, I'm going to start by saying, look, that woman did not deserve to die. Now, having said that, if you go back and look at some of the things she said online and some of the real foul stuff she was saying about not just black men, because that's usually the baseline, but she said real hateful stuff about black people in general. And when this happens on the other side of it, and a situation like this happens, we already know what the situation is going to be. There is no empathy. It's usually jokes about the man getting killed. It's usually jokes about his personal life and his family and everything else. So I feel like this. No, she did not deserve to die. But everything she's getting is what anybody else or the man would have gotten in the situation. So it is what it is, in my opinion.
Nah, that's crazy. What? What the? Nah, none of that shit matters. It don't matter if she could have kicked my granny. None of that shit matters when she got duffed out for some bullshit. Like that. That's the end of it. You said you had it right, but then you kept talking. She didn't deserve to die. Point blank and period. I don't care what she said online. I don't care how she carried this shit in public. She could have slapped 10 homeless people before the dude dumped her out. It still don't mean she deserved what she got.
Hey, bro,
It
can I
shouldn't
ask you
even
a
be a
question?
point of the conversation.
Can I ask you a question for real? Because I've seen this. I've seen this. Why are so many brothers so used to just accepting disrespecting abuse and thinking they should take that and not say nothing and everything is all good? Because I've seen this a lot, especially when it happens from some sisters who've been vocal about saying that they hate your guts. I'm not saying, and I said that that shouldn't happen to her. I said that, but I'm saying the way the public is going to respond to that is the same way that what happened with that dude who was a football player who's that blonde chick murked him out and everything. It happens
Yeah.
both ways.
Because nothing about that hate impacts my day. I can still get up, walk to the refrigerator, and get me a glass of water right now. That hate don't move nothing over here. My bank account's still gonna be what it's gonna be, no matter if all the black women on earth hated me. But if somebody
Bro,
stopped their life, that's it. That's the end of the story. Don't nothing happen for them past that. So it's not even. Like if she killed my dog or she took a life from my family, maybe I could say something different about it. But if it's just hateful words, it's just hateful words. Words is just that. What they told you in school. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Like that's
bro,
a bar.
bro. No, it
But
ain't. But that's some bullshit.
that,
I'm gonna
but
tell you why.
I'm not carrying words like that. Words don't do nothing to
Bro,
me like that. Like
bro,
words ain't gonna never get me out my body because we had words behind it.
let me
That's not
explain
going
something to you,
that's not gonna move me.
my brother. Let me explain something to you. And I know a lot of sometimes brothers don't like to admit this, but it's the truth. The way you are perceived, not you as an individual, but if certain narratives about you as a demographic start getting into the public eye and they start getting into public knowledge and getting into public perception, that is eventually going to affect your life. I know you don't think it will, but I'm telling you, if you let certain narratives start fermenting in the country, if you start letting certain narratives go unchecked in academia, and I know what I'm talking about because I do this for a living. I do research, bro. In academia, in the legal field, in everything that affects your life at some point, you're going to come up against that at some point and you're going to deal with it.
Is
And let
that
me tell
only
you
black
why.
men that that applies to?
Yes, for the most part, more than anybody else in this country, yes.
So there's no
No, that's
narratives
not
that
that's
exist
not
about
true.
black women
Because they can make narratives
that
about a
affect
woman
black
saying
women's
that
lives.
saying that she's a slut or she do this, and then she can't go be peaceful. She
We
can't go
don't
be
even
a
need to
regular person.
feminize it. If you want to make it like you keep it racial, but it's just why are you guys saying that? Why is there such in? It's like again, Rashad. It's like that overcorrection thing that we talk about, right? Like I'm fine with black men saying we are misrepresented or underrepresented or whatever by our women, the populate, whoever, right? That's valid. But why does that have to then turn into like completely negating um, the plight or the same thing that exists for black women, or whatever may lead to them to want to speak up or to fight back against certain rhetorics
I don't want to
themselves?
no, I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but I want to respond to that because like I said, I talk about this stuff a lot. There seems to be this perception that if black men talk about things that affect them directly, that some sisters automatically feel like we're taking energy and oxygen away from what's going on with y'all, and that's not what it is. These are just black men who are talking. Let me finish,
No,
please.
but you just said that
Let
it
sis, let me
wasn't the same.
King,
sis.
check your text, please.
You gotta let me finish. What I'm saying is that doesn't mean that it's taking oxygen away from the things that sisters are dealing with. It's just that black women have a unique set of issues that they're dealing with. Black men have a unique set of issues that they're dealing with. That doesn't mean that one takes one from the other. It just means that one has the right to speak and the other has the right to speak. It's all the same thing if we're talking about people's plights. But here's the thing. We're talking about this one particular situation because I don't want to get deflected away from the point that Rashad made. The point I'm making is that some of the stuff you're seeing about the circumstances of this woman's death are the exact same things that happened with that cat, Christian Mobile Assembly, who did have some old foul stuff that he said about sister. And when I heard about that situation that happened, and I saw his tweets coming out, I knew what the outcome was going to be. Just like when this situation came out, and this is that I don't know if you saw it, she had some crazy stuff that she was saying. So some
Yeah, I got
brothers
a
are going.
few of them. I put a few tweets in the jumbo. Even with these, it's not even like these aren't crazy. The guy,
These aren't crazy because if they want to pinpoint her using the word nigga, I I don't think she meant it in that way. I think I got tweets that I might have said niggas shut the fuck up. I wasn't. I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't samboing it up when I said that. Like, I was just talking about, I might have just been saying niggas to say it, you know?
So the ones that I put in the jumbo says I want a white boy, send a white boy my way. I told Leroy I got a white boy. The first thing he said was make a YouTube, our white boy of the month. So she obviously she likes men outside of her race. I don't necessarily think it's a problem. The same thing that I said about Telvin Osborne is where you can like whoever the fuck you want to like, but you don't have to big them up and tear black folks down because you like somebody outside of your race. That's where it gets tricky. And there are people out here who are hurt by that. There are people out here who don't like that. And so, I put this other thread in there. There was a woman, and she had, when Telvin Osborne got killed, I think her name is Kayla or something like that. She put rest in preference. Like, and then when this young woman got killed, it was like, oh, y'all don't protect black women and stuff like that. And folks were pointing out the hypocrisy of, hey, at the end of the day, this still was a black man that was killed, and these were your sentiments. And now you specifically are doing a complete
Yeah,
180
I,
when this
I was one
happens.
of that was one of them.
to that point, I personally, when the country black guy, you know, when that happened, I didn't say anything. One, I don't say anything when those things happen, and I don't really say much to the interracial topic. Obviously, you know, probably why I wouldn't, but one, I never cared. I personally have never cared, you know, for when anybody dates out. I've dated, like, I just don't care. Like, honestly, it's never, it never really moved me in my chest that deep. Now, the reason why I'd shut up when those things happen is that, for one, the gender war that in using the interracial dating thing to talk about who's dying and who's getting killed is silly. It's silly to me because, hey, the majority of, you know, black women won't be dating white men, and you still got to deal with what you got to deal with in your own community. So we could key about the white man stabbing you up for days, but guess what? You still got to go hit that block back and go walk back home, and better hope you make it. All right. So it's a moot conversation to me because it's not that prevalent for the most part that dating is happening anyway. And then probably even less that murder will happen. Now, for the women, you're just gonna die more overall, like in a dating scenario. So I always shut up because we always gonna get gagged more because men kill more. So the few instances that you might have of a white lady killing a black guy, that's all you gonna have. It's gonna be a bunch more of us getting killed overall. So it's just like, I just gotta shut up because it's gonna be 30 more cases, you know, by the middle of next year for niggas to want to gag at. So it's just like, I don't even want to play the who getting killed games and wait for the gag to come because black women are always gonna lose that fight because you're dying more. So what's the keys about?
What, when it comes to, I think Torin, he sent something. I put that in the jumbo. This thread by this young lady named Miss Sexy, right? And she had the contradictory. She called men bullet bags, but then was outraged about this situation. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I know how niggas feel, because niggas is all up and down the timeline with the gotcha. But coming from a woman and you seeing these contradictory tweets, and where it seemingly was okay on one end, and this is not our fight because you like white women. And yes, like I said, he had egregious tweets. And I don't think that he should have been saying that. In the grand scheme of things, though, he didn't necessarily do anything to people. Now, is that rhetoric harmful? And like I said, is it hurtful to other people? Yes. Do you think that that was a cause for the response that he got, as opposed to the same situation happening and she not getting that same response? How do you feel about, from women? How do you feel about that?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Rashad, because it's a deeper and heavier topic, and I feel like we can surface level it out, but it wouldn't do much for the conversation. So I don't even really want to get too much into it.
Well, what is the deeper conversation? I mean, this is pretty. If we're gonna talk, we're gonna talk.
I just
I would like.
what do you, as far as like, nobody deserves to die, obviously, but we've seen the tweets that have been coming out, right? From dark Twitter days, correct? Right?
Mm-hmm.
With all of those men that s- said though, I feel like it's all stupid because the bullet bag thing, when the term bullet bag came around online, that was in response to an onslaught of all of racial, aggression that a woman was already getting. And then she pops out bullet bag, and now now we have to like sit in, I don't know, like play in this fantasy land to soothe like the men's feelings and egos to make it seem as though it was always this even battle.
I, but do you
Black
think
women
that
have been
the
getting maligned horrifically on this internet by everybody
But let me ask you a question though.
since the start of it. So if people's tweets is what we're looking at to say, oh, you deserve to die, uh, well, then I mean,
Hold on, but the origin of that term and why doesn't excuse somebody from taking that term and using it in another situation. Because if that woman, whoever came up with it first or said it first, and she was being attacked online and that's why she did it, that's one thing. The woman who made these tweets in the jumbo is not that woman. And so I don't even know why we have to talk about the origin, because the origin of it has nothing to do with her. That's something that she seen and said, you know what? Haha, I'm gonna get a good key. I'm gonna take this and apply it over here. The origin don't matter because that had nothing to do with her.
no, I understand that. But I don't. There's a thing that happens online like now between the sexes. It's like in Black Twitter where, because what she's quoting is cut off for me, right? So I can't see like whatever she's talking about, but I've seen really nasty stuff being said back and forth, and it could start from a solely kind of like innocent topic, right? I don't know. A Black woman could have like a femicide post, and it will be like Black men in the comments like, yeah, shut up, you dirty sheboon, like whore bitch. And yeah, like she might quote it and be like, die bullet bag. Like at that point, like, I don't know, Rashad, we in the weeds, bro. I'm not saying none of it is okay, but I I don't know what to say, because at some point I do feel a Black woman started like fighting back. Like I don't know what to say. The shit just is gone now. Like we rolling down, but it's like now the Black woman started fighting back. All of a sudden it's whoa, 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 whoa. The shit been like this. It been like this. And
But
when it was
she's not
going the one
fighting.
way, nobody said nothing.
No, this woman in the jumbos, sexy, what her name is, Galaxy Pussy, Galaxy Pussy. She's not fighting back. She is initiating hurtful, harmful conversation off the back of this young man doesn't want to be with a Black woman. That's not a fight back.
Wait, who are you? The girl in the gotcha tweets right here, Miss Sexy Galaxy Pussy.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go. This is why I don't scream with rage when I'm going through jail with
This
bullet
is an
bags.
instance in where she felt one way about Tevin Osborne, and then now she feels another way about Stacey Charles. But in neither one of these instances was she fighting back from attack. And so let me, you know what? Because her, in a fight, in an argument, you're
So
gonna say some
she's
wild shit.
okay. So
But
she's
that's not her. That's not
responding.
her.
She's quoting the tweet of a guy, I assume a black man, saying "rest in preference,"
Yes.
and so she didn't like that, so she called him a bullet bag. Rashad, you want me to give like what do you want me to say?
No, I'm saying what you said isn't an instance in where she's defending herself. This guy said rest in preference because of the rhetoric. He's one of these niggas who's trying to get the gotcha. So he said that based on her old tweets. She turned around and called him a bully bag. And so he went
Right.
back and found her other tweets. Cause first of all, I don't even know you. I'm not talking to you. I'm on here on Twitter on my own shit, just like everybody else on their own shit. And you come around and call me a bully bag.
Would
That's not
you have
defending
quoted
yourself.
it? Would you have quoted it and said rest in preference? Or
No,
would
because I think it's
okay?
lame on both instances. But at the end
All
of the,
right,
but
then.
to your point of saying that
Rashad.
he's defending himself, I don't think that, or she's defending herself. She's not. She's upset about what he said, and so she's calling him a bullet bag. And then he goes, looks up her own tweet, her old tweets, and she been on that type shit. So he's saying, hold on, you feel one way about this situation, but you didn't feel the way about the other situation. And then now you're projecting onto me too to end up dead. And it's like, hold on, what the fuck we talking about? So I can understand that when people are, when people are attacked, Twitter is a nasty place. It's the nastiest social media app that we got, and where niggas just feel like they can do and say any and everything. And there are instances in where you want to fight back. There are instances in where you want to hurt because you feel hurt. I understand that. This ain't one of them. And a lot of times, if you just scroll the timeline and you see these tweets, it's a lot of inconsistency when it comes to that. And it's not in the name of defending myself.
That's it right there.
That's great. That's great. At the end of the day, um, I don't, Rashad. I don't care. I think Black women should worry about dying less. I think that's what Black women should focus on. Whichever way or route you got to go about that, that's where Black women's key worry should be on. It shouldn't be about beefing with niggas online about them dying more or less. They should just be focused on the pertinent issues.
Let's go to H. Bush, then we got Mick Gotti, then we got Torrin.
Okay. I wrote some stuff down.
Fist in the
Your
air.
past your past tweets will hurt you because it's like I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this, but a lot of black women have been dying to white boys cutting them up or chopping them up or killing them and stuff. Oakland, Kansas City, like a year and a half ago. This girl probably like the fifth or sixth girl, and this shit is just crazy because nobody in. I'm not down with the interracial dating. Other people that's not black Americans, I understand why they might date a white person. But the people that's black Americans, I don't understand why y'all even give them sometimes the day and chance to be in your realm and you already see their past history. Because if you're going on black men past history, we need to put their stats on the board too. Because they stats not looking so good. If my stats, because you perceive me as a threat, you perceive me as something that hurts you, and now you trying to hurt people, and you want to send shots at me. Because when I said something about a black women want to attack me. Kamala Harris not black. You don't love black women. I black woman. I have a black mom. I just asked my black mom, how many great grandmas can you go back? Now, if you this old, won't that make your great one of your that the second great grandma almost the end of the 1800s? Ain't that crazy? So if I don't care about black women, I wouldn't never ask about my great grandma. I would ask about my grandpas. But without her, I wouldn't be here. Without no black women, no none of us black Americans would be here. And these white people does some. Now I ain't gonna say all of them don't fuck with us. Some do fuck with us. Some do understand what they doing, but they separate themselves from that bullshit. And I'm not up here caping for no white person because I understand they do shit in the dark because they work in a hive mentality. But these women that think this shit is a joke, talking about black men, saying that they're bullet bags, saying that they're illiterate, saying that they're dumb, you're talking about your dad if you don't have no brothers. You're talking about your favorite cousin that come over and help you with shit. You talking about your son. You talking about your nephew. Like that shit's weird. I wouldn't be up here saying black women ain't shit, black women hoes, black women bitches, because I have a daughter. I have nieces. I have a mom. People slip up, people make mistakes, but I'm not about to be out here making other cultures look at my people sideways and think I'm the problem.
Yeah, because I do. Well, I'm not in other circles as far as race and culture,
No, but
but
bro,
it
it's not
does
about
seem
other.
like no,
But
no,
Rashad,
no. But I'm
no,
saying
but
that
look,
it
I'm
doesn't
just gonna
seem
say
like
this though,
somebody else would do
Rashad.
that.
I'm 5'11", 208 pounds with broad shoulders,
Me too.
and I do not hide myself. I speak my mind and I keep that shit going. How many people you think gonna feel uncomfortable around me, bro? Even black women tell me they feel uncomfortable until they get to talk to me and notice me. Why are you scared of me? Because they're scared of their self. They don't like it'd be self hate, and you can't tell me no different because they be trying to keep up with the Joneses. Keep up with yourself because when you die, everybody's gonna be able to see your digital footprint. That's the last thing everybody gonna see. So when I die, I hope motherfucker gonna see. Well, at least he was trying to change his thoughts and change his perception on something instead of Rashad, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna never last. Sit back, drink, kill your liver, get hypertension, die around
My
55,
head has
nigga.
been hurting lately.
Like no, but I'm just saying, bro. Like that's like you know the M's of black men. Y'all got ED, nigga. I ain't got ED. I'm in the gym every day. My dick work. I ain't taking high
Sound
blood
like Keith
pressures,
Sweat.
nigga.
All right. Hey,
Like
push.
I'm just saying, bro. Like the shit just be beside itself when you can tell the person that how you feeling about them to them because life is not no joke.
Yeah, I think.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. That self hate is very apparent in her tweets. There's some tweets that I've just been sent now, and where I was just like, wow, I didn't even see those. Go ahead, Mick Gotti, and then we got Torin.
Hey, what's up, Rashad?
What's the word? How you feeling?
Shit, I'm alright, man. Just at the gym. I feel like people people are missing the point, and the point here is anyone making fun of Black Death at the hands of white women or men or white people in general are fucking losers. That's the actual point. I don't care what kind of coon you are, how you behave. I will never celebrate the taking away of a black life at the hands of a white person because it's happened for way too long. They done upped the score for way too long. They done had way too many head starts and they keep getting away with it. So there's not a place or an avenue, not even on Twitter, as wild as some of my tweets are, where I will be celebrating Black Death at the hands of white people, period. That shit is corny as fuck. Like when that girl was running around calling niggas bullet bags, she's a loser ass bitch. And niggas have the right to call her on her loserism and pull all her old tweets of her defend. If you want to defend this girl but diss the black man that died, you ain't better. You talking about two sides of the same coin, bitch. You's a loser too. Now I'm not saying that means you deserve to die or anything, but niggas can call you to your loserism the same way people can call out a nigga who's celebrating a black woman dying at the hands of a white man. That shit ain't fly, my nigga. Ain't nothing about this shit cool or gravy. Oh, who's dying more? The Death Olympics. You niggas look goofy. Like like y'all need to go outside and touch grass. Grow up. Get a pair of balls or something. Like that shit is crazy to me, bruh. Like now as far as this woman and her tweets go, it's kinda evident what she was on, you know what I'm saying? She's on the I hate Negroes spectrum, and you know, she dated a white boy and he did what white people have done for centuries. Destroy and kill black life. Like, it's nothing new. Now, what I will say is this. I will not celebrate Black Death at the hands of white people, but I do not, and this is gonna sound harsh, but it's the truth. I don't necessarily mourn those niggas either. Because, I mean, we have a long line and examples of history of what happens when you go over there and you fuck with them people. There's a larger than normal chance that them niggas will do something to you for whatever their weird reason it might be. So like, if you walked into that situation aware of that and chose to look past it, then whatever happened to you, while it wasn't necessarily your doing, you knew you was kind of entering enemy territory. You knew you was walking into the lion's den. So I'm not gonna cry for you because you didn't want to protect yourself. But I mean, it's harsh reality, I guess.
Go ahead, Torin. Appreciate that, Mick Gotti. Go ahead, Torin.
Yeah. The funny thing about that whole bullet bag situation that got lost in the sauce of all that was that the first dude, that whole thing came about because that chick said something. Um, I forgot what the whole full situation, but it was something between her and her boyfriend. And the first person to make fun of it was this far right podcaster who had a big following. And then other people started piling on top of that. And I thought it was funny that the response to that was to go at the black men who might have been making fun as well, and not go at the white man with like a million followers who said something about her and stuff. That's kind of interesting. But about this particular situation, look, like I said when we started this topic, um, I don't rejoice in this woman's death, and I'm sorry it went the way it did. What I'm speaking to directly is the fact that what you can't expect people who have discovered that somebody who had something tragic happen to them has a history of spitting on them and saying real foul, dirty things about them, even to the point where saying, I wish Kamala would have locked more of y'all up and stuff like that, and then expect them to have empathy. That's just not logical. That's just not realistic. Now, having said that, there is a lot of that woman had a lot of self hate looking at some of the stuff she had to say. But I also think we have to be real about the fact that there is very much a double standard, and there is absolutely a big level of hypocrisy when it comes to when these things are said between some black women and when these things happen to some black men. And we have to be real about that. And we have to be honest about the fact that there is a lot of toxicity going on in some of the ways we interact with each other, especially when it comes to online. But we have to be honest about that and stop standing on these soapboxes where you're either trying to be a white knight or from one side or the other. Dirt is dirt and foul is foul, and we got to be real about that. And you can't police people's response to something like that. You know what I mean? It almost feels like what happened with the situation with Kurt. Everybody know what that dude said. Everybody's trying to make him out to be a martyr, but people have a right to feel the way they feel about that, and some people have a right to express it if they want to feel about it, whether they like it or not. You know what I mean? Some people are gonna like you or hate you, whatever you do. But if you leave enough of a paper trail out there for people to see the stuff you said, then you can't be surprised if people respond a certain way. That's just the way it is.
Go ahead, Ren. What's the word? How you feeling today?
I've been good. I guess I'm going based off what you got, what everybody else has just been saying. I feel like there's an issue with people not maybe believing that history is real or something, and maybe outside of these things, we need to be very honest about what we've seen and like what we know about. You know what I'm saying, with each other just based off of history because they've had a history of doing like tearing down our people and like doing whatever they can um, to get you know what I'm saying. I just feel like we should maybe there's like history outside of this that's making people believe that history isn't real or something. Like we're not
As far as
saying
just like harm towards our
harm
people in
to black
general?
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, there
maybe
is a
maybe we're fucking up on like how we're seeing how the past was all together because for some reason people are not believing history is real in a sense. In a sense, I'm just talking about just as an issue as it is like like how can you not see the pattern? I suppose maybe because you see all these other patterns aren't real. So we need to figure out how to like speak about history overall to make our people understand these things actually did happen.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not really too caught up on interracial dating. Um do what you do. I do I do understand what H. Bush said as far as um not putting your own race down. I told y'all when I got to college, that was the first time that I really seen a black man talk crazy about black women. And where, he had a mama dark skin and he was like, I don't fuck with black bitches. And he only dated white women, right? And so I see that level of self-hate, but then I also sympathize and understand Mick Gotti's point is that at the end of the day, we are all black. And so trying to get a one up on each other about one of our own being killed, it's like, where are we at in life? Like, how does that even make sense? It doesn't, especially if you're not even directly affected by these acts that have happened to other people. to the point in where you can have this much hate. Like, where does this hate come from? And this is not even just about women. This is about the niggas too. That's trying to find the gotcha moment. Where does this level of hate come from? Where this shit that ain't even happening to you. It's not your family. It's not your friend. You could continue to scroll, but you decide to stop and be like, aha.
Well, I already told you like what it is, Rashad. I told you like it's this online stuff. People got, whatever problems that they have in their real life or their personal life, but then it's like they're finding these pockets of spaces online that are just echo chambers for things that they want to hear and things that make them feel good and make them feel seen. And then they just like fall further and further down. And then you end up with both sides of the coin, the men and the women and the freaking, and a lot of them are teenagers as well. Teen girls and teenage boys that are on here talking to each other this way because they are just online reading hatred from each other all day. And it perpetuates itself, and they are in it's being internalized.
Yeah, Rashad,
Yeah, that's
you talking about you seeing this happening first during college. Maybe this is a miseducation issue between the ages of high school and college that we are missing out on teaching our people. Because you know what I'm saying? There's just like we're missing something for our people to be having these issues so often.
Is it really that though? Because it feels like, look,
I
men.
think it's always gonna be weird niggas out here like that.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, I would say I think it's always gonna be weird niggas like that. Back in back in the days, Hotep says ancestors. I'm pretty sure there's niggas out here who just wanted to fuck with white women, even going through the
Nah,
fire
leave the
of
ancestors
slavery and
out
all
of
that.
this, nigga.
No, but what I'm saying is there's always going to be a nigga out here that do this weird shit. There's always going to be a woman out here who does this weird shit and say we hate niggas over here. Like, what type of, like, I don't even understand it. I don't know as far as like the miseducation, because I think that's just what's going to happen. Now, like, how do you, if there's miseducation, how do you educate?
I,
Because
I'm just like,
we know the harm, we know the oppression, we know what is going on in this world even today in 2025. So if there's a miseducation, how do you educate niggas to not feel this way? I don't think
Hey,
that that's
Rashad,
possible.
can I say something real quick though? I feel like this. It's like if you, and I know this may shock a few people, but personally, I feel like it's on an individual level. People gonna date who they want to date. If you want to date a white woman, you're gonna do that. If you want to date a white man, you're gonna do that. I think the issue is when you have people who are dating outside of their race and they act like they gotta crawl on their literal hands and knees and go kiss the feet of the people they trying to date, and then they gotta turn around and spit on the people whose heritage they come from to do that. If you gonna date, date. If you want to have a white girlfriend, go do that. If you want to have a white boyfriend, go do that. I think it's all that bullshit that comes along with it that both people who do that, a lot of them get sucked into that ain't got nothing to do with who you're dating, and it has to do with either self-hatred or feeling like you got to escape from who you are and what you grew up around to go do that. I think that's part of the issue. We're not really addressing that.
It's the mother wound.
The what?
The mother wound, mommy wound.
Go ahead, Kenya. Even torn on that. What
Yeah,
movies? I
they
mean, I
just
can
hate
see
their
that. I think
moms
this
for
all
real.
stems from
Which is,
Yeah,
I
this.
think, because I think it is like because even when I like, be perusing them peoples and them spaces and stuff and them pages for the girls, because I have to pay attention. A lot of these people is young. I'm gonna be honest, like in these super harsh sides of the coin where they real nasty with it, like a lot of them are very young. So when I'm reading the complaints or their gripes or, whatever their plights are against each other, the girls are like, oh, the communities are unsafe. You shooting everybody, you killing everybody, you getting us pregnant, you're leaving, there's no responsibility, woo de woo de woo. We're fighting through life all alone. We're not seen, we're not heard, you, you know,
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit
you've
from
heard,
a young
right.
person.
They're very young saying this. Now, on
right?
the other
I don't
side
want to
of
hear
that,
that shit.
like the teenage boys and like even the men, their issues like with women, it does seem to stem from like the mother, in the sense that they, like, you know, the disdain for black motherhood, you know, for single motherhood, because they tie in, you know, so closely, for just their disdain for it. And their disdain seems to come from their experience and them saying, you guys are just bigging up the black mom and the black woman like she's so great, but we had negative experiences, or there were parts of our childhood that we didn't like. We had to experience her making bad decisions, and they affected us. And so yes, our feelings come from somewhere. And and that's why, like, I don't want to kill that topic, because accountability would have to be placed on the mother, the woman, for how, you know, whatever her children feel like they went through. But obviously, you know, there's a different conversation also that has to be had, because my personal belief is that will never see black women ace motherhood alone. We'll never, that's a fever dream, and it will never come, because we've never seen any other race of women ace it alone en masse, right? Like, we've just never seen it happen. So to expect the black woman to be able to do it is egregious. I don't think she can. I don't think she can. So if that's really the conversation, and the kids got their gripes and we got to address it, the black women and the black men have to have some hard conversations about what's happening and what we doing with each other, how we handling each other, because it's
Yeah, I
affecting
understand what you're
the
saying.
children, and the children is
I,
growing up, and then we spewing the problems on each other. But really, this is all stemming from the households that just not operating right.
I think we got to
I said
focus
that in
on
Hotep
the
space
age
yesterday.
range too, about like 19, 20, 21. Like those people in that age range between 18 and 23, they need to get taught something, because I don't think like we can use this as a metric in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like for her to not be understanding this at this point. You know what I'm saying? Or being able, even if you can't see it that well, we can
Yeah,
we can
I
still
think
use
that it
this as
all
a
stems
metric.
from childhood.
And I think that's valid too. I mean, I think Kenya's absolutely right. A lot of this stuff comes from people's
It all
experiences.
stems
You
from
know,
childhood. I don't. I hear what you're saying, Kenya. I think that I think you know, the you say I understand, I hear it. And I think that has to do with, you know, relationship dynamics. When it comes to we're talking about mom and daughters. What's that
Mom,
girl name?
yes, but
Gigi.
I'm telling you, and they have
Yeah.
the girls have the same gripes with their moms, bro. But it's coming out because guess what? In those spaces, they're heavily conservative. They're very shit on the ghetto black woman, shit on the single mom. They internalize that too, and it's because of what they felt in the backlash of whatever their mother's decisions were. The girls then internalize it, and they go far right, and they go like that, and then yes, it causes them to also hate their blackness, and they do got hate for their mom as well.
Competitiveness between the mother and the daughter is a big thing that I've seen often too.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Torin.
something else we need to address too, and I'm gonna try to keep this as civil as I can or be as even as I can. We also got to address where some of these narratives are coming from. Are they coming from people who were born here, or are they coming from people who were born outside the country? Because, and I'm gonna tell you why I say this. Uh, if you look at some of the history of some of the things that women have dealt with, like in Africa and in some parts of the Caribbean, some of the things that they're pushing back against are some of the things that are really extreme, brutal, misogynist behavior. We're talking about female genital mutilation. We're talking about sexual abuse at a very young age, or some of them have grown up in unstable. You talking about unstable homes? Some of them have grown up in unstable nations, where you have like they have to run. Some of these girls run the risk of being sexually violated by soldiers and militias and shit like that. That's real shit that goes on over there. So when they get away from that and they go to London or they come to the United States or they come through the Caribbean where they're coming from Haiti or even sometimes the Dominican Republic and places like that or Brazil, a lot of that stuff they're bringing with them is the trauma that they're bringing from those countries. And a lot of the stuff, even like Kenya said, some of the stuff that they talk about hating black men for, Black American men don't even move like that for the most part. Some of the stuff that they talk about, Black American men will stomp them into the mud for doing that, or grouping them if they find out about that. So that has to be taken into consideration too. Are they talking about what's happening in Chicago, or are they talking about what's happening in the Congo where they came from? And I'm not saying that to down one or the other. I'm just saying it's a different level of brutality that happens in some of these places that inform some of their opinions. Now on the side of the boys, A lot of these young boys, and I'm talking about specifically Black American boys, a lot of them grow up, and this isn't no slant on all black mothers. Obviously, I want to say that before people say it. Some of them grow up with like a lot of them have either psychological issues or they just have spiritual and psychological needs that don't get met. And a lot of times their mothers don't know how to meet that because they don't have a man in the house to help them guide them through that. So you have real legitimate things that are happening, but until we get to the root of why they're happening and why people have these internalized hatreds and these internalized things that they're dealing with, then it just becomes circular and we had these social media conversations to go round and round for another generation.
Go ahead, H. Bush, then we get into the next one.
Yeah, I like, and this how I feel. Like, you not your mom and you not your dad. The stuff that they did to raise you, you gotta inhale and exhale that shit out. Because this was their first time go around. A lot of people don't understand that and give their parents grace and say they was human beings trying to figure it out in the circumstances they was under. But that do not give you the right to spew out the type of shit that they spew out and go back to the fault. Oh, that's my mom issues or that's daddy issues, because men deal with dad issues too. Dads don't talk and they just hit you with symbolism shit and then walk out like that shit's not, nigga, say something. And women don't understand that. I can see the woman's dynamic. I can see it in other cultures with the women's dynamic with the white moms and the Latino moms and stuff. Like, you can see it just women got that pecking order. Y'all have it in it, but I do not feel like a lot of these males have issues with these women from their moms, because it might be they was in a shitty relationship and now they feel like they've been fucked over by a woman and now they're just spewing out, not understanding sometimes you wasn't meant for that person. People go through that, and I feel like these are past relationships, shit that people spewing out. If you're in your teens and now somebody hurt you and your friend don't want to hear you, you're putting it on the internet and trying to mask it as strength and trying to mask it as you're over the shit. You're not over the shit. You're not over the person. Sit down and go talk to yourself or talk to somebody that's a professional so you can get through this shit, because not being a whole person is hurting everybody else. And I end it right there.
Yeah, I disagree. I think especially when we talking about young folks, um, that's why I said when King was talking, I don't want to hear nothing from no young ass motherfucker, man. You 19, 21, you ain't even 25 yet, and you got these narratives about relationship and men or women, and you ain't even got no experience. A lot of that shit just be bullshit. But a lot of people see that. And to Torrin's point, I know what the fuck Torrin talk about. It's these African pages that's sending this shit. And trying to the psyop. I think that there's a lot of accountability that
It's
has
a
to be taken
psyop.
place.
I've been saying that shit.
It's a psyop, man. It's a lot of accountability that
Nah,
got to be
man, like
taking
if
place.
you look at the locations of these fucking people, yo, it'd be South Africa and
In
Lagos,
Lagos and
bro.
not London.
Yeah, man, like come on, bro. I'm sick of it. And you can always tell because they sound so fucking ridiculous. Like because and this is just my outlook on the shit, because English is not usually their first language. The English that they use is very absolute. Like you can see how literal it is. Like the syntax and shit like that, they don't have it, so they just have like the bare words and shit, and they will just say things like, yo, white women are better, white men are better, and like black men, like it shit is crazy. I remember this one girl from some African country was like, oh, this man tried to pull up on me in a Toyota Corolla, please. And I'm just
Oh yeah,
like,
I
what
seen
the
that.
fuck, lady? Like, please.
She
Ain't that an
was
exotic?
she was just promoting her businesses because she's somewhere in South Africa in a shack. Literally, go through her media. She was literally just trying to promote her businesses, y'all. Nobody's pulling up on her in nothing, in no
Like, that's
car.
what I'm saying.
So
In a
So it's
Corolla.
just,
you really
She
gotta
said Corolla.
peep what's going on.
she said a Corolla, bro. She said a fucking Corolla. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, these people are causing dissension amongst the diaspora on the timeline, and I'm
I'm
just not
telling
into it,
you.
man. I don't get into it. These people are living in a different level of infrastructure, a different level of politics, a different level of poverty. You feel me? And so they take their
Different
frustrations.
level of stupidity. They are
Yeah,
just
like,
so stupid.
yeah.
They are painfully stupid over there. That shit's scary. Because what's going on? Why
No,
y'all
Yeah, I
so
can't.
dumb?
no, but Kenya, for real, like I said
Hey,
earlier, if you look, I ain't joking. If you look at some of the stuff that they endure over there, that shit is some very, very, very dark
You don't
shit.
got to tell me, Tor. I know. I be following it. I know. It's horrific. It's horrific. Go look at my pinned tweet, please. I'm going to do something about it eventually. I promise you that. Before I leave this earth, I'm
oh
gonna help
man,
my sisters over there.
Lord,
But um, they need it.
just send your 25 cents a day like we all do. Stop it.
25 cents a day, that's not fixing it. They gotta start dying over there. Them niggas, they got to die.
Jesus Christ.
They have
Yo,
to
Yeah, they
die.
Kenya,
There has
please,
to be a
Kenya,
mass
mute up, please,
overhaul.
Kenya.
Okay.
See, this is what we
stop
see
being
right
direct.
there,
Stop being direct.
right there.
Kenya, come on
That's it,
now.
right there. See what I'm
We
talking
on a
about?
recorded line. We on a recorded line, gang. Relax.
Jesus.
Kenya
Reel it in
is
just a little bit,
absurd.
yo. Like, come on, son.
What you gonna
Absurd.
go over there and do against Charles Taylor and the Lord's Resistance Army and a bunch of child soldiers wearing wearing hard bottom shoes and AKs? Sis?
I don't, Torrin, I really,
And they lemon pepper
I don't
steppers.
even feel like they've seen a prolific like female sniper over there. So once I
All right,
find what I
Oh
gotta
Oh
do, I
my.
get
God.
trained
all
up.
right,
God.
all right.
I'm
Now,
Now,
going,
now she
Cap City.
Colombiana. Now
and
Kenya
Oh
Colombiana.
God.
they're acting like I'm going up against like North Korea. Rashad, we're talking about niggas in Legos. It can't be that hard. It can't be.
We're
See,
entering Cap
this
City.
why they
Well,
said
welcome to
defund
Cap City,
podcast.
ladies and gentlemen.
This why they want defund podcast right here.
Yo,
Nasty work.
Kenya said the ratio is not enough. We have to take his life. Oh shit.
Crystal, what's the word? Crystal, how you feeling?
Hey, what's up, y'all? And this is why, Kenya, we cannot give up our guns. That's all I came up here to say.
Big 2A. You already know.
Well, look, if it's to prevent this shit from looking like there, hey, I get it then.
There you go. Now you get it. Yeah, you
Thank
see?
woo, finally.
Cause
There we go.
that
Kenya copping guns for Christmas. That's
I
what I'm talking
will.
about.
You really might have just I really
Man,
really might have just did something. That was profound
That's
because
it. That's it.
y'all should have
That was
thought
it.
about that
Kenya
way
gonna shoot
earlier.
a
'Cause that actually makes sense.
Kenya gonna shoot a gun.
Yo.
The kickback gonna hit her in the forehead. Stop
No,
it,
I'm just thinking
Kenya.
about if we was dead ass back in the middle of that gun debate that we was having. I'm like, Kenya, do you want your neighborhood to look like Nigeria? And she would have been like, well, fuck it. Now,
Fuck it.
all of the guns,
Fuck
please.
yeah. And
All
how do I
right.
sign up for the NRA, man? Fuck it. Cause absolutely
Mm-mm-mm.
not.
Kenya, Kenya gonna be trying to do her makeup before she go to the range. Girl, if you don't get out of here,
I
nobody
don't
give a
gotta be
fuck what you look like. Can you shoot or not?
Hey, there's a movie where Idris Elba came out called Beasts of No Nation. Just watch that, and
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I
that's a
saw
seen
sample
that.
that.
of what
That
it's like
was
over there.
very,
That
very, very
and that's the
sad.
low that's the low key version of it.
And exactly, that's why I'm telling you, it's just everybody just strap up, go over there and just start shooting. Free them kids, bro. Just start shooting. Bro. The world is not
Yeah.
losing nothing.
You gonna come over there and hear your accent and your ass gonna be the first one. Yeah, we got her out of damn, y'all you heard of Kenya? Where she at?
First of all,
Yeah,
my
last
name
time I
is
talked.
Kenya, okay? And those my people. I'm telling you, let me do my
Nah,
DNA
yo
test.
ass
Those my
they go
people for real. That's why I can feel this way. Somebody got to really
nah, they
straighten
gonna
up
get
over there.
your ass up out of here. Listen, I wanted to get to this next one. Pusha T, the joke of the century with his Instagram post. A lot of folks was taking up arms. The same shit that happened with Nelly, and where he is having a second child. Congratulations to all the babies out here in the world. But he's having a
Congrats.
second child, and he made a post on Instagram, and the ladies took up arms. And they wanted him dead, and they called his wife stupid. They started figuring out that he was apparently he was 29 and his wife was 18 when they got together. It was a lot of shit that happened. Y'all niggas are nasty on Twitter. As soon as y'all see something y'all don't like, it's just like all hell breaks loose. Like there is no couth. You just try to ruin a nigga life for nothing. But he said, I'm just gonna read I'll read the whole thing. Nigel. Oh, okay, that's his first name. Okay. All things considered, Nigel, you ask and you no, Nigel is his first son. You ask and you shall receive, but this time it was mommy who made it happen. She prayed day and night, struggled with disappointments, but she never gave up on your wishes. You're going to owe her big time, new responsibility, new standards, new expectations, all come with being a big brother. I hope you're ready. It's time to share them toys, teach your gifts, and love on the new best friend that mommy gave you. You're going to love it. You're going to look at your daddy and Uncle Mookie. What's better than that? And then he tagged his wife. Thank you for my second baby boy. I hope you carry on tradition and never teach me how to change a diaper, prep a meal, suck out a snotty nose, or anything else a super mom does. You make things easy for me, very easy for me, and I love and appreciate all of it. Yeah, so I said a tweet of um endearing, making a joke with his woman, something, an inside joke that they probably know. I also seen it as him feeding into the narrative that he was working on the album for a year and a half, so he never seen his kids. It was a lot in there, and where I thought, oh, this was, whatever. He's laughing with his woman, keep it moving. Y'all didn't take it as a joke though. It was a lot of people on the internet that took it as this nigga don't do shit. He don't change diapers. He doesn't know how to be a dad. They were really dragging it to hell. They started making comparisons to the Drake situation, and where you exposed the fact that Drake wasn't around his son, but you don't know. It was very nasty. OVO got a hold of it, and y'all know how them niggas do. But to me, it wasn't that deep. And so I had a question for Kenya. One, did you believe that this was serious? And why was it such like a crazy backlash? Because I genuinely don't understand. It was very clear that it wasn't that deep to me. But seeing how people took it online, it obviously some people, felt the way how they felt about it. Did you think that this was serious though?
When I first saw it, yeah. Like I did. I thought it was serious, but I wasn't outraged either which way. Like I don't even if that's how it is, like for them and that's how they want to do it, like I just feel like so what? Like, so what? I don't get the outrage. And I don't. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what Rashad's doing, but now I agree with Kenya. Can you hear me?
I'll be trying to figure out why the. Oh yeah, I can hear.
Yeah,
When
I can hear
are
you.
talking. That's why I'm to be happy in a relationship. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Can you
it's
hear
an
me?
echo.
Yeah, it's some weird shit going on. I'm gonna drop and come back.
Can you hear me? Oh Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hold up.
now I think it's okay.
Hold up. It's better now.
Hmm.
It's better now. Yeah. So for
The feds
me,
got the line tap. The feds got the line tap.
uh, I'm streaming.
No, you got a stupid echo.
Yeah, you got a bad echo, Rashad.
Okay, hold on. Is it good now? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It should be good now.
It should be good
No,
now.
it's back.
If I hear you double time.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, bet. Yeah, I didn't think it was that serious. But we did have that situation with Nelly, and where he said that kind of like the same thing as far as changing his daughter's diaper or his child's diaper. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I was confused on why, like, because it was seemingly a lot of single women that had the outrage to what Pusha T said, and that was odd to me. And we see that a lot, and where there'll be a dynamic in a relationship. Like we talked about the girl that was sitting in the car with her man, and people were like, "Oh, she's stupid. Why is she doing that?" Like, why is that so prevalent online? Seemingly, when women are happy and they're having their relationship how they have it, And there's just like this outrageous like backlash and like this understanding of like somehow she has to be oppressed. Like it's like people can't even just like make jokes with their partner. That's what I seen. And where it was like this nigga's just trying to be funny. And now there's a situation in where like he's not a present dad. He wasn't around for a year and a half. He's trash. Like I was like, what? Why is that? Why is that such commonplace on social media? Um, because I genuinely don't understand it. I genuinely don't get it. And so I just wanted to have that conversation because it's not that deep, and you don't know like the stress or the strain that you put on people. Obviously, she's pregnant. You know, seeing those types of messages, I think it spilled over to like the shade room. It was like, damn, niggas be doing a lot on this motherfucker. But you said that you didn't think that it was true.
Well, me, no, I said I didn't think it was a joke.
You didn't think it was a joke.
No, no, I thought he was being serious.
Niggas putting that on social media. I don't. How? Why would you
I
think that that's serious?
because it's not because it's not uncommon. Like I don't know, that's not no wowzer to me. I hate when the girlies be acting so gagged by like shit like that, and y'all be complaining that that's how it is, and then be gagged when something say, oh yeah, this is how it is. I don't think that traditionally speaking, like women like went away, and it was like a bunch of women that cared for him. Like I just during the newborn phase, I think there is a common understanding that, you know, men might find a hard time, you know, finding their way and being useful, especially if you are breastfeeding. Um, they probably feel a lot less useful in those moments. So it's like, I don't know. It doesn't gag me. And I feel like one, it could be projection in the sense that like the single woman or whatever that like didn't have a partner. For them, it's kind of like oh, I had to go it alone. And then God forbid, like I get a man, I'm still gonna have to go it alone. Like it's not like whatever magical help you think having a man is going to bring, it might not always be that. So I think it's like projection on their part. Um, but I feel like it's almost traditional in the sense.
There we go.
No, it's
There we go.
100%
I was
traditional.
Like I
waiting
don't
for
want
it.
It's
to.
not even almost. It's 100%.
I was waiting
It's
for it. Good old gender
traditional. I'm
roles.
not gonna
Wake
lie.
it up.
Like my fiance, like it was only ever but so much he could do, and a lot of times he spoke about kind of feeling helpless or useless. My mother at that time was, the very most pertinent age. She done already birthed 3 babies and had them. This is my first baby. She's teaching me with the breastfeeding. She's helping me with everything. My body and what's happening. Subsequently after birth with him. So that's just, it's not really the time all the time, for the man to like come in and be super dude. And I don't think that's that crazy because yes, he will, as time goes on, he can get more incorporated. But typically speaking, I feel like I've always seen it to where in the beginning of babies' lives, it's very woman based and, in that stratosphere. And then yes, once the kids start wobbling around and talking and grabbing, and could say certain shit. Yeah, like now the dad, can obviously be like fully have to help. But before then, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy. That's just me.
Wasn't it comics like my dad? He wouldn't even hold babies that were like maybe under 6 months,
In my family,
like
yes,
one,
I've like
two,
had
three,
men
four.
say
Like he
that
wouldn't.
to
He
me.
always felt like he was
They
gonna drop him or some
refused.
shit. So they wouldn't even. He wouldn't
Refused to
even
hold
hold the baby that long. So I thought that was a common thing
I've seen
among
men be
men in general.
petrified of newborn babies. Okay. Like,
And
oh
it's not
God.
even about like it being like scared, but like you said, early on and having having kids, in that new phase of especially new dads. Pusha T's not a new dad, but especially when it comes to new dads, like what Nelly said. No, is he a new dad or does he have kids? I don't remember. But anyways, it's a learning process for men, and where it's like, what the fuck do I do? Okay, there's a baby here, and then she's breastfeeding. Okay, when do I get time? So um, you have to figure out ways to be helpful and useful. But the vast majority of the things that are being done for that child, especially early, is with the woman. And then on top of that, this is tradition, like traditionalism. So when we throw around that word of, having a traditional family and a traditional lifestyle, like what do people really mean? Because this is that.
And especially, it's like, it's right, because a lot of the girls, they want that lifestyle in the sense of they want the upper echelonness of it, and they want that. And in those spaces, that is also very heavily done. Like the woman goes away to like a compound of like women and like high end postpartum shit, but like there's always been a separation like from the man typically at that time. And even traditionally speaking, there were a lot of other reasons why the woman was separated from the man at that time. So he wasn't around. He ain't had too much to do with shit, because she just needs to be sitting over here healing up, bonding with the baby. You go do what you do, and we could reconvene later. But like that's how it's always been. So it's like, where's this uproar in men like not being that way? They've never been that way.
I think that
When we stop
there's
complaining.
always, like, for a certain demographic, like the head is always on a swivel for oppression. And anything that even resembles it, it's like turns into like some crazy outrage. And I think it's harmful, and I wanted to have that conversation, because we do have, the man versus women, the gender wars, especially in our community, that's prevalent. And I wanted to talk about like where those things stem from, because it'd be bullshit like this. But I want to, go ahead, Audra, and then we'll get to that.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Um, okay, sorry. Okay, I don't have kids, but like,
You breaking up, or is that me?
so
I
many,
about to say,
like,
is it me?
y'all, sorry, am I breaking up?
You breaking
Yeah, a
up
little bit.
bad, okay.
hmm
Audra on the trap.
Okay, let me drop and come back. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay.
I've literally only known one man in life where he told his wife when they had their first child, like they had the children, and this is stemmed from the fact that he didn't have his dad around. He never wanted his kids to be like, my mom only did everything. So like he got up with the baby, he changed the diapers. I mean, she had to breastfeed him, but for the most part, she's like, I didn't change my son's diaper till he was like a year old or some shit, because he just chose to do everything. But that's one man out of the many men I've met in my life. So that is interesting.
Nah, I was waking up two
I ain't
o'clock in
got
the
no.
morning. I was getting to
Yeah,
it.
I definitely changed the diapers and all of that.
Yeah,
I
despite
think
what
that,
you've heard.
yeah,
Because
yeah, for
also
sure.
in I don't really, do I know any black men in my family that took, I don't really think, or maybe it wasn't a long paternity leave, but like when women in my family, had babies, like obviously, all the other women, me, like my mom, my aunts, my grandma, like we'd come over or whatever. But I remember like the men getting up and going to work. Like no shade. Like I remember them still like working. So yeah, like we were there to, to cook and to help with the baby and to take care of her. But I remember that he was still getting up and leaving to go to work. So it's like they really wasn't there like that anyway.
Yeah, and
Go.
that's what I was about to say. Like, when it comes down to, gender roles or roles being performed here, yes, objectively speaking, there's nothing wrong with a man changing diapers, making bottles and, all of that stuff that comes along with being a parent, right? But also it differs from household to household. And this is a mega rich household. Let's keep that in mind. These people are filthy fucking rich. So it's gonna be, a little bit different. And just like you know, his wife, I don't know her name, but like his wife doesn't have to be a
Virginia.
fucking, yeah, like, yeah, Virginia. Virginia doesn't have to be a fucking lyricist and perform on stages and shit like that. She can make a same post being like, yo, thank you for, giving me another son, the whole thing with the first son and shit like that. And then, and letting him know like, hey, keeping for tradition. I don't have to be the breadwinner. I don't have to perform raps. I don't have to do none of the man shit that you gotta do. and I don't think anybody would look at that as crazy. You
Not
dig what I'm
one
saying?
word.
So yeah, this is why. Yeah, this is just gender roles. Just this is a mega. This is super rich people enacting and playing in their gender roles. That's just what it is.
Go ahead, Tef. What's the word? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. Yeah, man. I really don't understand why people project their standards onto other people's relationships. I've never got it. You know, I would assume like if his wife had a problem with this, you know what I mean? She went to him about it, he would have taken it down. But that doesn't really seem to be the case. You know what I mean?
She
And
commented on it.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
it's a
bro.
bunch of bitter people offended on her behalf. Like, man,
Why are
please.
you can't be more upset about somebody else's relationship than they are, and you know you have the right to have whatever standards and whatever requirements in your own relationship for yourself. Please enforce those. You know what I mean? But I mean, it would be like imagine a nigga getting on here and some woman makes a post about, oh, my man takes care of all the bills. I don't have to work X, Y, and Z. He's the main financial provider. And me going like, wow, you should get a job. You should be helping that nigga out X, Y, and Z. They would rip me to shreds on here. It doesn't make any sense. So if it works for them, whether it's a joke or not, I don't have any issue with that because
Rashad let a few niggas tell me that.
you know what I mean? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you? If you were happy and your man is happy paying them bills, let that nigga pay them bills and y'all be happy. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So it's just the whole thing is ridiculous. And like who's this? President said it's a bunch of bitter ass people, probably got a terrible relationship experience. They don't got no husband, they don't got no wife, worried about what these people got going on, and it's just sad to me. Like, nigga, focus on yourself.
Yeah, and I think that breeds like the tension between men and women dynamic. Because the fact of the matter is, social media ain't going nowhere, and a lot of us, all of us, get our information from social media to a certain extent, right? Depending on what you digest and what you give your time to, that shapes your mindset. And when we talking about younger folks, and we just talked about the demographic of the people with the loudest voices on social media when it comes to these gender role aspects, I think that kind of fucks it up. You on here, and a woman is in a happily married woman, for by all accounts, even feeding into what he said. And then you're online talking about how it's oppression and how I hope this ain't true and how, she's being taken advantage of. And some people see that shit and be like, you know what? That's right. He is taking advantage of her. He is doing something to her. He is harming her. He is making it. And it's like, where do we go and how do we like get in front of that? Like
You know
what
what, bro? Honestly, it to me it sounds good because the reality of the situation is, I can't speak for all women. I can't speak for any women, of course. But if you gave a lot of women the opportunity to say, "Hey, you could have whatever car you want. Your husband's going to be a multi-millionaire. We can go on vacation, whatever you want. I'll buy you whatever you want. You just got to take care of the kids." A lot of women are going to take that deal. So it just seems like I don't know, very asinine, very a lot of projecting going on. Like you said, just and it, like you said, it polarizes people on negative sides of both of the issues. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers been married for a minute. Never see this woman complain, say anything negative about Pusha T at
and you know
all.
what? I seen that too, because somebody said, well, she's never complained. And then the projection took it up a notch. It was like, well, just because she never said nothing on social media, that don't mean she's not happy. It's like, fam, y'all are making up storylines at this point. Like, y'all are making shit up to make it seem like this woman is not in a happy space. Why is that like a thing? Like, why is it like just like on the prowl for oppression, on the prowl for hurt and trauma and pain, instead of allowing folks to live their life,
That's
especially
pretty
when
much
y'all
what I
tell
was
people
gonna
they don't
say.
need
That's
help.
exactly
Oppression
what I
is
was
up,
gonna
my
say.
brother.
What you say?
Oppression is up, my brother.
Well, that's because we live in a space where dysfunction is normal now.
And mental illness.
Yeah, it's just if you are not dysfunctional, something's wrong with you. Dysfunction is
And
become it's become
let's not
normal.
forget when it comes down to prosperity and people, being wealthy or, living comfortably and stuff like that, there has to be something there that speaks to their unhappiness or, you know, whatever negative shit that they're going through. There has to be something. Like it goes all the way back when motherfuckers basically was saying you have to sell your soul to become wealthy. You feel me? Like there has to be something, some underlining negative shit that's happening for them to be able to speak or to live their lives. So while he's over there bragging about, you know, the gender roles that they've, you know, created for their household, there's gotta be some type of oppression that his wife is going through that's just not being said. And if you just read between the lines, you can clearly see Virginia is upset and living in tyranny in their fucking mansion and shit like that. It's like, nah, dog, you're just fucking bitter and you're projecting your bitterness onto other people. That's it.
Go ahead, Ren.
I saw that, which is somewhat related to this in here, is that Drake liked a post that talked about how Virginia was like 17 or 18 when she started talking to Pusha T. So Drake is trying to push a thought there. I'm not gonna say how I feel about it. That
I'ma say he a
Pusha T
nasty nigga. He
Pusha
a
T was
nasty
talking to
one.
somebody with an age gap, and Kendrick Lamar is talking to somebody who's not even black. That's what Drake is trying to say.
I'm sorry.
That's all I'm
That is funny. I'm sorry.
Nasty niggas, man.
I'm not an age gap and a biracial. That's hilarious.
Bye, Rachel. Oh, here come RC. Boy, you say the boogeyman 3 times.
That's what Drake is trying to let us know. That's all he's when he's liking these things. I'm just saying that's what he's saying.
RC, what's the word? Don't kill me. Don't
Um,
kill me.
yeah, I only came to get the conversation back on topic. Why don't y'all talk about
Ah,
traditional role dynamics and Pusha T in his situation? Drake has nothing to do with this. He's allowed to like whatever he likes.
ah. That's a
He's a
na-
regular person too. So
that's
continue
a
the
nasty light,
conversation.
RC.
Returning to just Pusha T and his situation with his wife. And yes, they have an age dynamic, which all these people do, but Drake is the only one that gets judged by it. But yeah, back to the subject at hand, right? Ren, why don't you talk about Pusha T? You can start there. First word out
We
your mouth was Drake. Thank you.
when you said we all listen, I ain't never like no Young Jones. Never. I feel
Well, I
like
don't know if I said
Drake was
we
on
all. I
stage
said
doing some
all of
I
the
feel
men in
like
the
if
freestyling.
they under
industry. All of the men in
Fellas,
the industry. If I misspoke, I'm correcting myself. It's all the men in the industry. It's a long list of men. So that's not the subject at hand. So why don't y'all speak about Pusha T? I'm just here
yeah,
to monitor. That's all.
if she under 25, don't do it, fellas. There's a lot of things that she got to work out. That's always been my motto. Don't do it. Do not talk to the young ones. These niggas in the industry, I don't know what's going on. They want to feel young. They want to
That's
feel
fine with
young.
me. But as long as we acknowledge there's a lot of people in the industry. But go ahead.
I didn't see no problem with their dynamic. I don't even know how old they are. They're married. They're happy. The bottom line was stay out of people's business. This is what Big Mama said in the comments. She said traditionalism is not harmful to women inherently. People got to mind their own business. I agree. I think it does our community a disservice to try to figure out the negatives in our culture, especially when it comes to relationships, because there is a concerted effort to project oppression in almost every aspect. Literally in almost every aspect, there is an effort to try to figure out ways to make it seem like somebody is being harmed, somebody is being hurt, and that doesn't. And especially when you aren't living that life, especially when that, like I said, with the other situation about Stacey Charles, it's not affecting you. It's not hurting you. You can scroll. Y'all trying to pick up, y'all picket signs and pitchforks to advocate for this woman in a marriage and where she ain't even worried about y'all. She laughing with her nigga on Instagram. Imagine that. They in the bed next to each other laughing it up, and then here we come with all these motherfucking posts and tweets and stuff like that about her being harmed, and they chilling. I don't like it, man. And it does have a trickle down effect to our community. I know we like to say it's just the internet or they're celebrities and it don't matter, but then when you go outside and you talk to people, you hear these same narratives. I know I have. Y'all try to act like, the internet is the internet and real life is real life. No, that shit bleeding over. Big time. Told y'all about the joint that asked me for gas money. Nah, fam, that shit is bleeding over in real life. Very.
And I'm not trying to pacify, or I'm not trying to say Drake is right. I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying, and whatever he has done himself, I'm
It
not
has
saying that.
nothing to do with Drake. Why don't you
I'm
talk
just
about
saying
Pusha T, sir?
it
Can
was
you
shown
speak
on the
on what you
timeline.
think about Pusha T and his wife's situation? I'll speak on it. I personally feel like it's
I
nothing.
don't mind
This is not a
though.
problem. I
Yeah,
don't think he
it
was
don't matter.
joking. I think he was dead serious about not being as hands on. But he works and she doesn't, and that's their dynamic. I have no problem with it. See how easy that was?
I mean, yeah, I don't mind that. I'm just saying that,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
RC gonna get niggas right about Drake every time. I seen you in the comments last space too, RC. I
Cause
seen you.
y'all, cause you even started a space. Give me your example. It's kind of like how Drake was with LeBron. See, you always got his name in your mouth.
No, that was some nasty shit, RC.
Oh,
That was some
oh my
nasty shit
God.
now.
He does not need to be y'all example for everything. I'm just noticing a pattern. That's
He just
all.
be doing a lot of nasty shit. I think
No,
that's the
he just be
pattern you
living
gotta
his life and
notice.
y'all be over there tracking a grown man. But that's neither here nor
That's the
there.
pattern you really gotta notice, RC.
I don't hear you today. It's Sunday.
I appreciate you up here. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to give y'all an update on the DoorDash girl. We talked about her and how she delivered that food to the young man who was passed out on the couch. She said his pants was down around his ankles, and he did that on purpose. Yeah, they locked her ass up. Lock her up. She facing 2 felonies. Let me read this out. I put the post in the jumbo. Her name is Livy Rose Henderson. We got to get this thug off the streets. Henderson now faces 2 felony charges: unlawful surveillance for amusement or profit. I didn't even know that's a charge. Like, what did you have to do for that to be a crime? All unlawful dissemination of a surveillance image to sell or publish. Yeah, they got her up out of here. How did y'all feel about that? Was that warranted? Do you think that she needs to face felony charges for what she did? Her TikTok was taken down. Her account on DoorDash was banned for life. She said that that was her only source of income. So she was being demonetized, deplatformed, and lost her job. I put that post in the jumbo too. She was really upselling it. And if you didn't have a brain, you probably would have fell for it. But the law said, nah, we got your ass. Is this justice? Was it too much? How did y'all feel about that? I think
What?
RC, your hand was. Oh, go
I
ahead,
was just
Crystal.
say what happened? Rashad, what was the story?
She delivered some DoorDash and
She
uh
put a naked man's body on the internet and is now facing
Without his
charges.
permission.
That's what
Oh yeah,
happened.
she gotta
Felonious,
take that. She gotta take the L.
so the
felonious
reason
That's just like
behavior.
so the
somebody
reasoning
posting
because
your.
see,
Yeah, you
Hotep
send
want to get
somebody.
straight to it. The
If I send a
reasoning of
man
what
a
happened.
naked picture and he posted without my permission, yeah, nigga, you gotta go to jail. Sorry, not sorry.
So what she was saying was that because he said leave the food on the at the door, she was saying that he left the door wide open and was naked. But the truth of the matter is the door was cracked and she pushed the door open and started recording him and then put it on TikTok.
Yeah, she gotta take this. She gotta take them charges.
Um, I have a question. What? I never saw her original video. I thought she was wrong from the story I seen. But was he blurred out in the original TikTok video, or was it like very blatant?
No, he wasn't blurred out. Yeah, you could see him, but you could really, like, you could see him on the couch, but you couldn't really see, his privates and stuff like that because it was so far from the actual door. But,
Hmm.
she did put it up there. She made up this crazy narrative about how he sexually assaulted her, by doing this. She said she made a police report. She said the police didn't do shit about it. And so the police didn't do nothing. She lost her job and now she lost her social media. And then now you got 2 felonies on your head. They trying to take your ass under. You
Yeah,
shouldn't.
I thought she should be fired when I heard the story because I get what she was trying to say about it sexual assault because indecent exposure can be that in certain states. But I thought she was basically doing the same thing to him by uploading it. So I thought that canceled out. But I'm not sure if I think she should be prosecuted on felony charges. I don't know what kind of time she's looking at. I will hope it's nothing serious and she could just learn from the situation. But I
Wait,
think she
wait,
was
wait.
wrong
Hold on, hold on,
overall.
hold on. Wait, hold on, wait. Putting the nigga
Don't leave
naked,
me
naked.
out there. Don't do this to me on a Sunday.
Nah, I'm saying like the she put a naked person on the internet. Like,
Well, that's why I asked, was he very visible? Like, would I be able to recognize
it
that
don't
this is what?
matter. Like, hold,
I
what?
know, I hear you. It depends on how much time she's facing. I'm very against
Throw the book at her,
over
Judge.
criminalizing people. I really am. That's like a big thing of mine. So I don't know how much time she's facing for this, but I would hope it's nothing more than like some 6 months or something.
Oh my
6 months.
God, now
Oh
you
my.
got Torin back up here. Please,
Stop! It's
Rashad, quickly
Sunday.
go
Hold
to
up,
the
I
next
got it.
topic. I've been on mute
No,
and
no,
I'm
no, no,
and I'm
no,
gonna stay on mute, but
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
going to
no,
hear too
no.
much.
You gonna hear what I got to say, damn it. See,
Yeah,
check it out now.
Torin,
No,
I've
no,
been
no,
in your
no.
spaces
Not,
before. Do not do this to me on a Sunday. I be
I've been up
agreeing
since
with you a lot too, so
you
don't do
it's
this.
all good, love. You gonna agree with me with this too. I done had coffee at 6 o'clock. I'm ready to go. I
Go
don't take
for it.
days
Go
off.
for it.
I'm the Patriots. So check it out. My only question to that is, if this had been a male DoorDash driver and he
Hmm.
had walked into a woman's apartment who was naked, maybe intoxicated, whatever she was, and
Oh,
took
okay,
video
you're
of it
about to get it.
and put it up on the online, what would your response be to this?
Well,
What she
this
I'm
need?
is
gonna
what
be
my
a hundred
response. You
percent.
know what, Torin?
Throw the book in his ass too. Equal opportunity.
I'm
Hold on.
so
I no.
happy.
I want to ask the caveat question before you go, Kenya. Kenya, can I ask a question before you go? It would okay for me. It really would depend on the situation. Did he feel sexually assaulted too, like she did, or was he doing it just for laughs? You know what I
Really?
mean?
Okay.
Intent matters to me, so that would be my question.
RC, her intent was to shame this man and call him a sexual predator when you pushed the door open.
I'm not sure I hear conflicting stories about her pushing the door versus it being already open. I didn't watch the
Yes,
video, so I
RC,
can't
because it
say.
came out that they was lying on her and that the door was a breast and ajar when she approached. They tried to say that the girl pushed the door wide open and damn near walked across the threshold. That never happened. The
So
door
if she
was
didn't, then why
ajar.
she
She
get
pushed
charged
the
with
door
felony?
open. She pushed the
So what's
door
the
open. We
charges
seen it in
for
the
then?
video.
If she only just upped her phone while he naked on the couch, why the police charge her and not him? If it's a lie.
I think it's because she
Was the
uploaded
world
it.
that we? I mean, I'm
No,
sure
that's not
either which
true.
No.
way,
No.
her putting him online in that state, unblurred or whatever, I do believe that has to be some sort of offense or crime. I'm assuming, correct?
Not if he was trying to harm her, it wouldn't be a crime.
Wait a minute, why would it not be? There's
The
been plenty people
yes,
that got charges
but
for.
that's the whole
No,
point of what the opposing side is trying to say is the gray area. In essence, that if I am a voyeur and this is some shit I want to get off, if this is how the girl responded, because let's just say I did this before, but the first chick didn't really do shit. She was like, "Oh, dropped the bag and left." Right? If this is how this chick responded, and now I'm hot and my face is out there and everybody's talking about it. I mean, I guess yes, he does have some recourse to say, "Hey, I want to now prosecute her," because that is what she was trying to get done when she started her campaign against him, because she was mad that basically once she had put out the first video, they had like blocked her account and like banned her. So she couldn't dash no more. So then she started saying, "Oh, they're silencing me because I'm speaking out against sexual assault." And then it went further like from there. But once the story blew up, it just became a back and forth on, even if it is voyeurism, you kind of got the catch 22 because you're in your house. So if that does happen, as a woman, there's really nothing like, as a woman, I don't think that was the right way to go about it if there was a problem, because if she's saying she felt sexually assaulted, I would have just, if that was the case, I would have called the police or something. But
she did call the police and they had an investigation and realized you're a liar. She doesn't get these charges if he was actually doing something. They released Joe Budden's shit. The lady who ring camera it was, she didn't get no charges. Like that, like if a naked nigga is chasing you down the street and you turn your camera on and then upload it, you're not gonna get charged because you was videotaping somebody naked. No,
Correct.
he's committing
Yeah.
a crime. And
Right.
so they did the investigation and realized that he didn't do anything. You're the one who committed a crime. Yes, you're getting charged.
I just want to say a quick thing. One, she called the cops at the scene when she delivered the food. They told her she didn't have a case. They told her that. So she took it a step further by posting it to DoorDash, and DoorDash was like, "Yeah, we don't want nothing to do with this. Banned you." She purposely went on TikTok to put this video out here to monetize it. And that's been one of her biggest thing is why are you demonetizing my video about something that you're supposed to be saying that you're a victim. You are not, she's not a victim. There was no essay, and her calling herself a victim minimizes people who actually have been essayed in my viewpoint. I think this is cry wolf at the best, and I'm glad she got arrested because why did you upload that man's full body the first time? And the only reason why the video was able to go viral is because you covered up his body, you know what I'm saying, so that you could try to defend yourself when you had those spaces to defend yourself. If cops came in on the scene and said, yeah, he did nothing wrong, in the state of New York that you live in, you can do anything you choose to do in the sanctity of your home. Even if your blinds are open and you're buck in your birthday suit, there's nothing no one can do because you're in the confines of your own home. Now, if he was outside the trusses of his own home or whatever, then okay, cool, you might have had a case. The man was dead asleep on the couch. You were instructed to drop the food off and
Yep.
leave. Everything's on you at this point because the door cam video shows you cracking open the door open. So she don't got a leg to stand on, and now she got 2 felonies. Good luck with trying to get a job after this.
Hold on, where does DoorDash drop food off in your house? Cause I ain't never had DoorDash drop food off.
No, so DoorDash will instruct, depending on the customer desire.
Hmm.
DoorDash will tell you, put the food a particular place, and then you take a picture to confirm where you placed it, and then you hop out and leave. You know what I'm saying? So like if the customer say, hey, leave it on my door, on my porch on the chair right next to the door. You take a picture of it, make sure that it has the door number of the house, and then you turn around and you leave, and it gets confirmed, you get paid, and you go about your business.
Yeah.
She did way too much.
Yeah, there's
Right
a
now,
She,
spec. Yeah, when you get a
right
door,
now, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, when you get a DoorDash thing, they
She's saying
say
she
they have
was
special
told to
instructions of
deliver
how
the
you want
food
to do it.
in the
You know,
house.
hand it to me or
No,
leave it there or whatever.
no, she was told to put the food by the door. And so
Okay.
she should have just put the food by the door and got her ass home, but she did that extra. And so that's
yeah,
why.
once you did the extra, you go from being, you know what I'm saying? Like I could understand if you went and put it by the door and he was standing at the entrance in his birthday suit, cool. You got a case there. But he was on the couch. The door was cracked a little bit, so you know when a person come up, you can jump outside and grab what you need. You cracked open the door to look further and saw him in his birthday suit, and then said, "Hey, let me get the bright idea of recording this and now uploading it online so I can scream at the camera and say, I'm a victim. I'm a
I'm sorry.
victim."
Is that what the paperwork said? I really keep hearing different things about whether the
No,
door
I
was
got the
that
paperwork.
open
Hold on.
or not. I'm not
I-
sure.
I'm on my academics. I got the paperwork. Go. I'm about to upload it in the jumbo. We got Torn, then we got Scully.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, here's the thing. Something else that people aren't really realizing is that a lot of stuff that you used to be able to get away with on social media, it is rapidly changing because of some of this stuff just like this. A lot of stuff you could get away with by saying something, accusing somebody of something out with nothing but your feelings and putting stuff up without consent. They are rapidly changing the way that game is getting ready to be played, and a lot of people are going to feel the consequences of it. It started with celebrities, and it's going to start trickling down to the regular people. So people better be aware of how they move on these apps and stuff. I'm just saying.
So I uploaded the case information up there. So y'all can go take a look at that. Go ahead, Scully, and then we got RC.
Oh man, it's my time to shine. So this is tough. This is a difficult situation because this is why when black men say, I gotta hear more facts, I gotta hear both sides of the story, I gotta hear both sides. Black women say, you should just believe black women. Well, it's situations like this where you false flagging or you clout chasing or you just trying to get a come up, just like that lady who quote unquote got hit with a brick, where if we don't believe you as soon as you drop this news, then we look like fucking assholes. But we've been scammed and schemed too many times to just take everything for face value. When we first heard this shit, we was calling the white dude all kinds of creep. What kind of nasty diddy freak parties is you having? Ordering Pizza Hut to the crib and you butt ass on a leather couch.
No, he was sweating.
Yeah, you can't be butt ass on a microfiber couch, my G. That's community property. But now we looking at Shorty like, why would you do all this? And it's really just because she wants the clout, she want to monetize, she want to make a little bit of bread from it because she was just tired of driving DoorDash. I still stand by the point of believe black women, but at the same time, black women don't get your panties in a bunch, your granny panties in a bunch when niggas say, I need to hear a little bit more information first. We'll support the shit out of you, but we just need to hear a little bit more information first. I needed to hear more information on Jussie Smollett. And guess what the fuck happened? He fucking did that shit with two Nigerians in Ace Hardware store and they got caught
Justice
quick.
for Juicy.
Nah, that nigga nasty.
Nah,
They
Yeah, see,
taking
nah.
this
his
is
Now,
this
brother
the
and
is
issue is
sister.
what's easier, lying about it or teaching people how to read? Because you could read the Red Book by Ida B. Wells, but niggas won't do that yet.
man. Listen, this is
Hold
how
on, wait, let's
you
go. Well, let's get to the. I
stay
don't
away
know how
from
we
the
got to
fucking,
IDB Wells. Hold on, wait, real quick. So,
stay away from the psyop.
let's go to RC and then we got Sweetest.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna assume positive intent here, and my question really relates to the consequences that she's facing. Like I have no problem with her facing some consequences, but I'm more concerned about like the severity of them. And
Life.
no, okay, so hear me out. Had this went in her favor and he was truly just this was just a misunderstanding, I wouldn't want him prosecuted and having to register as a sex offender either, just for this simple misunderstanding. So now on her side, if I assume positive intent and she truly felt
Rashad,
like
you
she
didn't
was
even want life
assaulted,
for Diddy.
if she
Now
truly
you
felt
want to talk?
if she
Yes.
truly felt assaulted, then I don't know if I want her locked up. Like I don't know what these charges carry, but I wouldn't want her locked up and having to register as an offender either. Like that's really what I'm focused on. Like how much time y'all think she deserves? Like truly.
All of it, every
As
second
much
of it.
time as he would have got if she
But
was
my
right.
I wouldn't want
He
him
said
to
all.
face it either if it was truly a misunderstanding for him. I wouldn't want him to do that either. So that's where I'm at.
Hold on, wait. I'm looking up the time right now.
Misunderstand this commissary. Listen, misunderstand this verdict. You
Yo, white
going
people
to
gonna say it's a
I
jail.
feel like y'all
misunderstanding.
assuming that she didn't have positive intent in the sense that she truly felt
What
offended.
is the positive intent? What are you
I
talking
don't know
about?
if she truly felt offended, like if she truly felt assaulted or not. I didn't watch her video to gauge it for myself. She might have truly felt assaulted.
But
Well,
why?
your thought got caught because now you're in prison. So
It's the same
it
way
is what
if
it
you
is.
do indecent exposure in public. You will in some cases you might get a sex offender charge just for being indecent exposure. That could easily happen in
But
some
he was
cases.
in his own house. That's the
That's not my
problem. That's the
point. My point
premise.
is people can be feeling assaulted by your presence.
Then get out of
But
my
in your own house?
house.
Imagine a black man being on the planet Earth and they said, I'm
Yo,
offended.
Again, I can't. I
We
already
gonna
yo,
told you
enslave
I'm
these
not
people.
sure about if the door was that wide open or not. So that's what I'm
yo.
saying.
The premise of your presence being an assault on somebody is
Yeah,
so
Yo,
naked
son, if you
ghetto.
can't
appearance
be
can
naked
be
in your own
assault to
crib, where
some
can you be
people.
naked?
Hold
You
on, hold on,
can't.
hold on, wait. Let's get Sweetest in here, and then we got Darren or Duran. Don't want to say your name wrong, and then we got Hotel.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen when we had this conversation beforehand, that there are going to be consequences on her exposing somebody's nudity against their will versus her being able to just walk away the moment she seen the said naked body. Hmm. I'm not sure why she didn't. It doesn't make sense as to why somebody does not see that they have more grave consequences for exposing somebody without their consent and exploiting them versus you being able to just walk away knowing that they're in their home. So I don't know, but it just seems really crazy to me. And mind you, I don't know who else. I don't know how this became about black women, right? Like this is a white lady being a typical white person. So I don't know why somebody came out the side of their mouth talking about when black women and then that Ethiopian brown lady with the brick. Listen, e- people lie, right? I think conversations like this get very dangerous when people try to like put a gender on characteristics of somebody that come in every single like shape, color, and size. I think that's when things get a bit misogynistic and it gets really tiring for the actual conversation at hand. I'll leave it there.
I think to Scully's point, because I don't necessarily think that he was calling her a black woman, but I think to what he's
I didn't
saying
say that
it.
he was. I said that the conversation shouldn't be segueing to that.
No, it's just more of the conversation of you shouldn't. There should be more investigation when we're talking about things of this nature, right?
Right.
And
And
where
where did color come from there?
Uh, he's just pulling from things that we know, but I don't necessarily think that it was about the color as more of it's about belief, right? Because you brought up the word misogynistic, and what he was saying is, as soon as somebody says we need more information, then here comes, oh, you're being a misogynist. When genuinely, folks might just need more information because there are people, like you said, who lie. And so if the standard is if this person says something, then believe them out the gate and shut the fuck up. And if you want more information, then you're misogynistic. What type of where are we living at right now? Like that's the
Right.
crazy part. So I think that that's what he was speaking to more than just like the color.
Right. No, for
I
sure. I
got
think
that. I would say this: black women don't have any part of this conversation. I think we can have a conversation that have nuances, and I think people
right. That's
can't
why I'm like that's
contextualize
my
the situation.
point.
This has nothing to
Yeah.
do with this has nothing to do with black
The
women.
fuck?
Okay, now if you want to have a conversation about brick lady, yes, that's a whole conversation into itself. We could have that, but that's not where we're at. We're at DoorDash girl, a white girl being a white girl using white tears to make herself seem like the victim when she's the culprit and the provocateur of the whole entire situation. Black women don't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying?
But Terrain, black girls do have a little bit to do with it on the level
No, no,
of
they
this
don't. No,
makes
they
them
don't. No,
look
they
way
don't. No,
better.
they don't.
This
That
makes them
wasn't
No,
look
they
way
Torin.
better
don't.
because they
No,
would
they
do that
don't.
stupid
Wait, one
shit.
second. One second. That wasn't Torin. Let Darren get his shit off, but I did want to read this out. These two charges are Class E felonies, and they run a year and a half to no, a year and a third. That's weird. A year and a third to 4 years in prison if found guilty. Both of them. But go
And y'all
ahead, Darren.
want her to serve 4 years
It's
in prison?
Deron, but
Correct.
you're right. Hey, Pimpin. My
No,
Correct.
thing
I
is
think it's
this.
ridiculous.
First
Y'all
off,
say
this
yeah?
makes
He's
black
not
women look
gonna
way
serve
Wait a
better.
4
minute, wait a minute. Y'all
years.
men
He's
say
not
yeah
gonna
that she
serve
need to
4
serve
years.
4 consecutive terms of that? Like,
No, I don't think
Nah,
so.
I mean, you can, but the court system in this country is another conundrum of bullshit and lies and
Exactly.
chaos that
Correct.
these
Correct.
white motherfuckers supply to existence. They try to tell you that the thing to fear is the court. These motherfuckers can't even spell their own names without fucking their cousins and daughters. So it's a difference. But
And if I
honestly,
may
if
add,
we, t-
RC, I'm
Gotta
so sorry,
salute the
Darren.
white
I'm so
hood.
yeah,
sorry.
Sorry.
I don't want people to make it seem as if she's getting consequences because she's a liar, right? She did something illegal.
she
And
did.
and and
yes,
and that is the
exactly,
consequences of her
exactly. Now let's
actions.
double down
This is not
on that.
about women potentially getting, cased up because a whole Emmett Till situation of people lying on motherfuckers. No, she
Hmm.
got cased
Oh,
up.
they've been getting us
No,
going
listen,
for
she got
lies.
cased up because she did something illegal and she exploited somebody in the comfort of their home. This is what she's being cased up for. So yes, if she does the four
Exactly.
years, if she does the 4 years, it's well deserved for her to do the 4 years because you as a civilian know that sexual assault is bad. Everyone should be read up on the
And
laws and
boom.
the jurisdictions of the city that they live in. Point blank period. As an adult. So
Exactly.
yes,
Hey,
she
check
did the
this
four
out. A
4
lot
years
of
years.
don't mean
jobs
not
let you
4
enter
years
people's
for
One
homes.
mic,
anybody.
one mic. Go
A
ahead.
lot of jobs let you enter people's homes. I'm a real estate broker, mortgage banker. I enter homes. A lot of times there's questionable situations inside said home, but this is that person's domicile where they live. And I don't know their life exactly what they're going through. But for all you know, this man is going through a divorce. This woman is going through some high lows of life. What they're doing inside their home is their own problem. For me to take out my phone and record that person inside their safety, that's fucked. And that you've essentially screwed yourself in business because that's rude. I'm just sorry to say that's bad etiquette. So get your shit together. That's the end of the game for her, like on a certain level, because who wants to call that kind of DoorDash? Because you never know. Like, first off, half the shit they sell on DoorDash is garbage food. So if you put that in your body, what's going on outside of the body? You know, you're not fucking on the highlight of your life when you order Domino's on DoorDash. Come on, let's be
Because
real.
Not
it's
too much.
Sunday and
Not
I
too
need
much.
something
Not too
to
much. Not
watch
too
the
much.
football game.
We
But
got quality restaurants on D Dash for
I
sure.
don't
Shout out
think
to D
that she should
Dash.
serve 4 years.
I
I'm
know
not.
that was some judgment there, sir.
She shouldn't have
Didn't
4 years.
appreciate that, Crystal, for real.
I do think
I'm
that
sorry.
there
I'm
should be a
sorry,
slap on the
Rashad.
wrist.
Rashad, did the charge go for 4 years? Is that the accompanying
It's
sentence?
up to. That's the max
Up to four
sentence. Up
years. A
to.
year
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
third
okay.
to 4 years.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah.
She
She probably
earned
gonna get
that.
the low end of that
She
anyway.
earned
She's
all.
gonna
She
get
earned it.
Especially if it's
probation.
her
It's probably
first
her
She's
first
gonna
offense.
get
offense.
She
She's
get
gonna
the
probation
get
and
a
low
a
end of
fine.
that.
raise.
She's not going to jail.
She's
This
not
woman's not
going to
going to jail.
jail at
I have
all.
another question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do.
Now y'all want to be soft on crime. This is
I
crazy.
I am. I'm always soft on
Listen,
crime. You can check my record. I don't.
Hotep, that's what I was shocked about.
I
I
have
was
a
like,
problem with
ooh.
it. I think a lot of people are overcharged. However, okay, what is the difference between this? Again, if his door was truly just open, like she said, I don't know for sure, versus somebody standing naked in front of their window. You're not allowed to do that either. You know what I mean? Like you're still inside your house, but you're not allowed to just parade naked in your window where everyone can see you.
I
You
think you
are
are.
allowed to sit
You
naked on
actually
your
are
couch.
allowed to do
Yeah, I'm
that.
about to
You're
say, I think
allowed to
you
do
are.
that.
You're
Like,
allowed to be visibly naked in your
Yes.
in your window in front
Yeah.
of
In
everyone.
certain counties and restrictions, it
Most
matters what
counties,
district
you're
you're in.
allowed
It's
to be
crazy. But
visibly
she is
naked in
right.
your
A
own
lot of
home.
places,
A lot
you
of
can
places
be
Not
you're
on a
butt
not
ass
allowed to
microfiber
naked.
be
couch.
naked with the window open. You're not allowed to do that in a lot of places.
But there's certain counties that write laws that you can't be naked having intercourse. So that's a thing. So as long as you're by yourself, even if you touching and doing things, you're allowed to get away in like 70% of the counties
I was
and
about to
stuff.
say,
And
most places I know, you're allowed to have your windows open and
And
be naked.
visibility to
Yes,
everyone.
yes,
I don't
yes,
think so, but I'll go up.
for
But it's
so,
not.
sure.
That's not more. That's not really a legal thing. That's more of a like good neighbor thing. But I don't think it's
Right. I
Yeah,
think that's
no.
more
legal,
like
which
a
is
So
something different.
moral,
Which
It's
is two
ethical
different
ethics.
things.
It's
standpoint.
ethics
yeah, I was
versus
about to
laws.
say,
We
Yeah.
yeah,
talking about ethics versus laws.
you can legally be visibly naked in your home. I think the only caveat is that you can't like if say like if you was like in your window like pleasing yourself or some weird shit like actively like making people not making people but bringing attention to yourself from the public like you in your front like your living room window and being like hey guys look at me type shit then yeah but if you just like getting dressed or some shit and you visibly naked
Don't be Lyndon B. Johnson.
you feel me yeah I learned about that shit too they don't know about that bro they don't give a fuck about but yeah, if, as long as you're not like going out of your way to expose yourself to the general public, then you're fine. If I'm, like that's, I mean, that's why they're called peeping toms, gang. Like I don't know how we've demonized the other party in this, but it's like peeping
Isn't that
toms.
so crazy? This conversation is getting real weird.
Yeah, I don't understand y'all demonizing a man being naked in his own home, and it's
No
like that
one
is
Well, the law
demonized
is
him.
very weird.
Everyone
The law
said
is
he was
very weird.
wrong. I'm trying to figure out if she deserves this much time. Like I ideally would have wanted them both to walk away with this no consequences
She
of
won't get
charge.
zero. She'll get zero time. She'll get probation. It's a hype thing. It's easy case.
Mind
She'll be
you,
good.
mind
But
you,
it's like, it's crazy.
she committed what is it? Libel, slander. She defamed his character. There's a lot of things that I feel like he could definitely sue
But
her.
ignorance is a great premise nowadays. Like she was ignorant as
Yeah.
fuck. She didn't know. The company didn't build her up and the company's going to help her. So she won't get time, but it's embarrassing. And at the same time though, like the real sad thing is everybody got this dude's dick online now. AI is going to run wild with this.
yeah, that's why you got to do all four. See shit like that. That's why you got
That's
to
why you
do all. That's why you got to do
that's
all
why you
four.
gotta give it a max. Fuck
You
it.
gotta, yeah, she gotta do the max, bro. I'm sorry. That
She
type of
gonna teach y'all.
humiliation. Yeah,
my
man.
man gonna be
Yeah,
on
we gotta
my
start
man gonna
setting
be on
examples.
Tinder and bring a little joint home, and she gonna be like, "Wait, I know this fucking front
I
No
door.
doubt.
noticed.
I know I know this microfiber couch, nigga.
You can't fool me.
You the Pizza Hut
Oh.
boy? You the stuffed crust boy?"
Hey, that nigga probably going. They probably got his profile on the T app right now. Hey, girls, if you see this nigga on here, this the
He's the
nigga who dick was
DoorDash,
out.
the
Hey,
DoorDash deviant.
it might
Mr.
work.
Bust a nut and
Hey,
break a sweat at the
yeah,
same
man.
it
time.
might.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nah,
it might work out for him. You never know. It's a market for everything out there. You know. Hey,
Hey, I mean, dog, if you ordering DoorDash and at that time of night, ass naked, high and shit and having fun, that's the low of your life. It's all up from here. So he's doing well.
listen, it's been many a times at 12, 1 o'clock that I done ordered a 2-piece fried tilapia with some French fries. Come on,
Oh my
man.
God.
You
Come
eating
on,
Oh
man.
fried fish at 2
God,
a.m.?
Nigga.
Hey, man.
tilapia.
It's in the air.
That's
But
It's
how
in the
many of
air.
crazy.
those
You
times at
already
2 a.m. were you butt naked on your couch, passed out before it showed up?
Fried fish
Now I
at
ain't
Listen,
2
gonna
a.m. is
Blame
lie.
the
kind of
every
crazy.
teleport. Blame the teleport.
I
hey,
ain't gonna
man.
lie. I was drunk one time. I was fried and I had ordered some DoorDash and dead ass. Like I told them to like, cause I was in the hood at the time. So I told them motherfuckers don't leave it at the door cause motherfuckers will steal it. So apparently I'm not gonna say apparently I passed out
and son was blowing my phone up. He cursed me out, all types of shit. Cause it's like, yeah, he couldn't complete the delivery. He had to cancel that shit after doing all of that shit. Cause I said like, nah, you need to hand it to me. He was in like little chat shit. He was cursing me the fuck out. Like, how dare you? You got me out here. It's 2 fucking in the morning and you got me in the hood and shit. And I was like, damn, I woke up
It's
You
a
like,
deserve that too, though. You know, I love
it's
you,
a
but you
spot up here.
deserve
You
that.
can get you a fried lobster tail for $8, 2 pieces of fried tilapia for about 10, some French fries. It's under $20. You good? What more could you ask
But
for?
ain't nobody trying to go outside, man. I want to sit in my pajamas. What if it's the pajamas that Jesus
Uh,
gave me, man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm good. Tef, what's the word? How you feeling?
I think she really should face some serious punishment because no matter what the case dictates, whether she's found innocent, guilty, whatever it may be, the fact that the accusations were made, there's going to be a certain segment of the population that it's going to stick to them that he did something wrong. He's never going to be able to get that part of his life back with some people. So I think that's a really important element to mention. When you think about the long term implications of something like this, so. I don't know. Maybe 4 years might be excessive, but she needs to spend some time in jail. Just like this man is going to have to deal with it long after she's out of jail. He's going to be the DoorDash naked guy. You know what I mean? If the details of the case come out, he's identified,
I
whatever it
love
may
this
be.
guy, man.
What's that?
Bro, you sound like you know 3 other women who need to go to jail because you've been in a situation where some ladies should have went to jail. And I have too,
No,
man.
no.
I had to fight a
This has
felony
nothing to
over a
do with
bitch
you
lying and won
personally.
it. But hey,
Um,
man, come on.
but my point is that when accusations are made, it does not matter what the facts say. There's going to be people that are just going to believe the very first story that they hear, and that's the end of it for them.
Of course, but that's never been the premise in this court. We can't turn around and punish them because then no one's allowed to accuse, right? That's the whole whistleblower's conundrum. So, but hey, I would like to ask you, like, hey, who else would you put in jail? Because you got a story in you, bro, about somebody who should be in jail today.
This guy is shooting a lot of shots.
I ain't gonna lie. Who is this nigga?
Shoot, shoot, shooting a lot of shots. No, that is tough. But she definitely need to go to jail. I don't think it's 4 years. I'm not crazy like that.
Max out. She has
Nah,
to
that's
max
nasty,
out,
Hotel.
nigga.
That's
Nah, she's
nasty.
nasty, nigga. What the? You see, Rashad, you ain't never been slandered for real.
Huh? Were you around just 2 weeks ago?
It was
Two
like
weeks,
7 days
a week
ago.
ago,
Hotep, what are you talking
Rashad, a
about?
week
Yeah,
ago.
my
Nah,
nigga.
that's why I said for real, cause nigga, I want the max. Justice for the naked nigga, man.
Now, Brick Lady, she need to do some serious time.
And she only got 90 days.
No,
Now
she's banned off the internet for 20 years, though. So,
I ain't gonna front as a chronically online nigga. That hurts. I ain't gonna lie. The
yeah,
judge
that would
telling me
kill
I can't,
me. That
yo,
would kill me.
I
Bro,
can't.
she online is a fucking furry nowadays, bro. You know she online still. She just is a furry now, nigga. It's different.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Don't know what you're talking about, but I will say this. I would have to rock the VPN. I'm not about to stay off the internet for 10 years. And I'm not.
You gonna risk? Hold on.
I'm not
No,
staying
he's
off
right.
the
Every furry
internet,
got a
man.
Hold on
VPN.
one
Every
second,
furry
one
got a
second, one second.
VPN.
You're gonna risk because she
The
got 10
answer is
years
yes.
probation.
Yeah. So if you get caught at the first week of your probation being online, you got to do that 10 years. I said to you, Rashad, emphatically, the answer is yes. Fuck, nigga. Imagine your life
Bro, he
without
a
the internet,
genius.
Rashad.
He a genius.
Imagine your life. I'm dead ass. Rashad, think about this shit. Like when I read that punishment, I was like, damn, that's a good one. Cause it's like,
It got
imagine,
your
nigga.
ass.
Yeah, imagine not being able to be on, cause like, the internet is social media. Nobody fucking browses the web anymore, nigga. I'm the only one that probably still do that shit. Most 90% of motherfuckers internet dealings is on social media. And she's not allowed to be on that shit until 2035, bro. Think about not being on any
Many people are
social
making
media.
money on here,
45?
business. I just use it for
Word.
logistics and business.
What'd you say, sweetest?
I thought she was banned for 20 years.
Nah, it's 10 years.
It's 10 years. Yeah, it's
Oh.
10 years. But
But
if
10
you
years is pretty much like 40 years in this day and age,
yeah, yo,
technologically.
you have to
Like
stay
she can't
off
even get
the
a job,
internet.
remote job online. That bitch done.
That's
Good
why
luck.
I
It's
think that's what
over.
it was. It wasn't the internet. It was on social media. She can't be on social media for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much the main thing people do on the internet is
Bro,
be
what
on
kind of
social
shit is
media.
she doing on the internet? You already hit it on the
Now you want Axe Jeeves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, nah, bro. I'm risking it, Rashad. You not?
no,
Oh,
Rashad
nigga, you
fucking
scary.
lying. Rashad gonna get a
He,
voice
yo,
changer and be doing things of that nature every fucking day.
Nigga,
what's
10
the
years.
what?
Y'all, are y'all niggas not scared of 10 years?
Nigga, I'm scared of not having a digital footprint, nigga. I'm scared of not being able to get this social media money, nigga. I don't know what you talking about. We
I'm
getting it
terrified
done.
of 10 years in jail. I don't know what y'all niggas want to play it cool and tough. I'm scared.
Why?
So what you gonna
You're not getting
do?
a
What you
retwist
gonna
in there
Rashad,
either.
would you do 1 year in jail or 10-year ban on social media?
Rashad, you're lying.
No,
thank
I
you?
would, no, to art, is it in the county, the state, or the
No,
feds?
you're going to
I think you
prison,
got,
sir.
yeah, you go to
Nigga,
prison
nigga,
because you'll be
nigga.
convicted. So which one you do in 1 year?
Prison?
Prison, brother,
I,
upstate.
I, I,
I'll
I'll try the year. I'll try the year. But if y'all niggas talking
try
about
the
10 years,
year. Like it's a menu. Like it's a
yeah, I'll try that one. But y'all
like it's
niggas
the
talking about
special.
10
He
years,
said,
y'all niggas crazy as
I'll
hell.
try the year like it was some appetizers. Like, nigga,
What?
this is not
Hey,
calamari,
if I don't
nigga.
like it, can I get out?
Word right now.
No,
Opt
God,
out.
you cannot.
If I don't
Nigga,
like
if
it,
nigga, if they on Twitter and social media in jail, you think niggas outside about to come on, bro. We not doing
Come
that.
on,
oh, that's a
Rashad.
good
You is
question.
jailbreaking that VPN and you taking your black ass right to here with the voice changer, like Scully said, and we gonna keep shit moving, bro.
So
What's the
if
word?
what's the it sound like a computer. But if she get caught,
Man, you
right,
go
and then
upstate New
she go
York,
to
they give you a
jail,
tablet. That's how I
she
talk
go
to
to
my
jail,
homie
she can get on the
Jackie.
internet though.
Nah, nigga. Them charges is concurrent. You gonna do 90 days in jail and you can't be on the internet or on
But
social media.
once she
So
already got arrested,
if you get caught on social media while in jail, oh bitch, I don't know what you, oh my god, you might as well sit
listen,
tight.
double jeopardy. Nah, fuck it. Run it up.
Double, no, nigga, that's not double
Run it
jeopardy.
up, nigga. They already
That's
got
not
me.
how double jeopardy works, you fool. What are you talking about? The
Listen,
judge
they
says you
already
can't.
got me.
This
Please don't
nigga
listen to
said
these
double
please don't listen to these armchair attorneys on here. I'm just saying. These are
Listen, run
podcasters.
that shit up,
insane.
man.
That nigga Rashawn screamed double jeopardy.
Hey, y'all niggas put some money on my JPay, man. Things of that nature. Back at it again on y'all ass. Let's get to it.
Nigga, Rashad gonna be doing them video phone calls in jail talking about what's the
Shit.
word.
Might as well. If Thug can do it, I can do it too. Fuck it.
Oh, Rashad, please.
Oh, Rashad would be the chattiest nigga on the
The
jailhouse
chat.
phone.
Yo, I never fucked with Kenya. I don't even, she ain't got no motion for real without me. I
Niggas is
put,
I never
crazy.
liked the hats.
Oh,
I put old buddy on. He,
oh,
Kenya ain't put nobody on.
that nigga Thug. Listen, I start my own pod on the jail phone. Let's get to it.
Oh
Y'all
my
niggas,
god.
we gonna
Leave
have to
me
figure
out
out a
of
way to get
this.
video.
Please leave
We gonna,
me out of
we gonna have
this.
to.
Oh
I'm
Kenya,
shit.
you not gonna get on
I'm
the jail phone with me?
I would never. I'm just cause
Wow.
yeah, protesting the whole conversation. So
Wow. We gotta
Wait,
get to
what?
it. Some
What's
type of
going on
way.
here?
Yeah, Kenya, I thought you was on our side, Booker, right?
Wow. Baby need a pair of shoes. The show don't
no.
stop.
Um yeah, no. I don't like too much about it, but I get it. I get why you guys are gleeful. That's beautiful. I love that.
Gleeful about what?
No, it's
Oh, which
beautiful.
one?
I
About a
love
white
I
woman
love
in
to see
prison?
so much immediate, cohesion and union and,
Black boy
and like
joy.
I love
Hold on,
it.
wait. I
This is
thought you said
Yo,
beautiful.
cohesion.
Kenya frying me right now.
I
Yo,
love
what the
that.
hell,
Kenya, I
Kenya?
thought you said cohesion was an old nigga word. Now you using it?
I'm 30.
Well,
Oh shit.
but she's
Okay.
She's
adapting
not
her
30, but
partner.
whatever.
Right.
Exactly. She cabin.
She
I
just
do
gonna
Kenya,
support
confidently
white women
drop
in
that on
jail,
there.
though. Let's
I'm
do that.
30.
I really thought Kenya would have been happy about this.
This is a
She
white
doesn't
woman in
like
jail.
black
Why
boy
What?
are you
joy.
not
She
celebrating?
doesn't like
I don't
black boy
understand.
joy.
Black
Okay,
boy
so what you gonna
he
do?
might have
joy.
got you up out of there with that one.
That's not true. I love black boy joy. Grown men is a little
Wait,
different,
what?
but the boys,
We're
Wait,
I
not
wait.
do
talking.
love seeing
Huh?
the boys being
Kenya,
happy.
Kenya, you
Yeah.
can't lie. You can't lie on here like that. Like
That, no,
that's not conducive.
We
that's
talking about actual
okay.
black
Man,
boy
so
joy.
the black men can't be
Yeah,
happy
like
too?
I
We
don't
talking
know
about
what word you think
we talking
we
about
live in, but come on.
We talk about actual black boys that are having joy, not dudes with flowers in their booty hole and laying in fields and stuff. That's what we talking
Not
Wow.
about.
Okay,
that.
slow,
I'm not talking
slow.
about that
How do we we're
either.
here?
Where
How
did
do
the
we get here?
Wait a minute. I'm not
Wait
talking
a
about that either.
second.
You know
Okay,
that was
okay.
black.
hey y'all
You know
No.
that was what they was trying to sell
Natural,
black
just
boys as.
regular,
hey y'all seen
wholesome
y'all
black
seen
boy.
that story of the nigga trying to smuggle the gun in jail in his ass? I said this
The hell
Mm-mm.
nigga,
I
that
mean,
shit was
mad
on
niggas
Facebook.
smuggle shit
I said,
in
why did
jail.
this nigga think?
was it a 22 or
First of
45?
all,
Wait. What the fuck did you just say, Rashad?
bro, this nigga tried to smuggle a gun in jail in his
How you
ass.
gonna
A
aim it?
firearm?
A firearm. Where
Wait.
was the
And don't
barrel?
they send you through like a little x-ray
Oh,
machine too?
yo,
Why would
what?
he think they wouldn't
Nah,
see
Lock, he
that?
gets the max too. Max him out too.
Max
Everybody getting
definitely
the
got
max.
it.
He definitely got to do the max. What, nigga?
Yeah, he
You
got
got
to
it.
Bro,
And
do
why is
some
his
sort of time,
butthole so
dog.
open?
Was it in
Y'all using
What?
digital wallets. He's using a prison wallet. Okay.
was it in Atlanta?
Mm-mm.
Was this San Francisco or Atlanta jail? Which one
this
was it?
sound
oh,
like
that's
full.
crazy. That's
This got
crazy,
Fulton
boy.
I just want
County
to know
written
what
all over it.
was the make and model because I
It was a
That's what I
little
The
said.
tiny
Long
making
nose.
phone.
model.
And what about the
Long
bullets?
nose.
It was
What
a
about the
tiny little
bullets?
Yo,
phone.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, did he empty?
That nigga was trying to smuggle a Desert
he had to
Eagle in
put
the
a
county.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Yeah, that's San.
Jesus, that is a huge firearm.
Yeah, that's San Francisco jail. There,
Mm-mm.
that sound like San Francisco or Atlanta.
Yo, he
Niggas.
tried to put the magazines in there too. Like I need like can you send me that story, Rashad? Because I got to
Yeah, I'm gonna find that
What the
shit. Hold
hell?
on.
You want to read more?
Yo, that shit was
I gotta know
hilarious.
the make and model because you know
And
that's
but
all I want
again,
Nigga
to know.
that's
stuck
just
a
I want to
Is
know
that's
how
it
you.
like
28
1911.
such
man bullets?
I
Like
want to
a
know how you.
low hanging fruit.
I want to
That
know how
has
you
to be
aim
in
it.
like a low level security prison, right? Because don't they
I
usually
mean, hold
take
on.
more
I just
drastic
realized y'all
measures?
told me where he was smuggling his firearm into. What the fuck was he gonna do with it once he got inside? He gonna just be able to pop off?
Hey,
Like I
that
don't.
nigga, it's somebody in there that needs some straightening. So
I'm saying, how do you aim it? I mean, how you gonna aim it with somebody with a bear?
somebody in
Wait,
that motherfucker needs some straightening.
nah, son. A nigga bringing a gun
you
to
gotta
jail
frame
as an inmate
you
is
gotta
like that
frame
nigga.
because you gotta
Yeah, that
frame
nigga.
That nigga
a
watched too much
barrel.
Oz.
He wanted somebody dead
He wanted to
bad.
be at a BC
Yeah,
in that bitch.
Hey,
he
Like
was
hold on. I
definitely
put
at a
the
BC.
The
I
slide,
put the
the
story in the
sights,
jumbo.
all that in your ass, sir.
It's in the jumbo.
I ain't reading that shit.
There was another post. Y'all niggas. I don't know if y'all know Rondo number 9, but this nigga Rondo number 9 made
Yeah,
a tweet and said, "Fuck it, I'm single, back in the mix." I said, "Huh?
what?
yo, I read that shit. I'm like, wait, what is the mix, my nigga? Like, what, like what's going on?
Mixing two.
I don't want to know. Yep.
No,
What I
this nigga
say?
in
Don't he
jail
got
for
like? Don't that
60
Bro,
nigga got
this
like
years."
a
nigga, this
trillion
nigga,
years, nigga?
this nigga got like 80 years or some shit for having a rocket launcher and killing a
What
cab
did I
driver.
tell
This
y'all?
nigga's
This happened in Georgia. This dude tried to smuggle it in Georgia, in Douglas County Jail, Georgia. I knew it was Atlanta somewhere.
never mind. Then we know why he could
Definitely got
fit a
one of them.
Glock in there. I forgot that's part of the Pennsylvania.
Oh my god.
I knew it
Is
had to
this
be
the
Listen,
somewhere around Atlanta.
firearm?
I
hey
knew it had to
Yo,
be
that
somewhere around
shit.
Atlanta. You gotta look. You gotta call. Look, man. How you gonna do
What
that? You gotta
made him
pull
think he
the.
was
You
gonna get
gotta pull
that
the hammer
plane
back
back?
and aim it. How you gonna do that with all that? Man.
Yeah.
Nah. Who brought this story up?
Ugh.
Rashad,
I wanna block him personally.
Rashad did.
Rashad. That's
Yeah, you going to hell, Rashad. I'm letting you know
Y'all
that right
niggas
now.
talking about jail. I said, God damn. That's crazy. Real, what's the word? How you feeling
Nigga
today?
says, speaking of jail,
Speaking of
asshole.
jail,
that was the nastiest segue.
y'all niggas see this? If I gotta see it, y'all gotta see it. What's up, Real?
Nah, he tried to put that in his underwear. There's no way he tried to fit that in his butthole.
Come on,
There's no
man.
way.
Listen.
Let's move on, man. I don't want to
Yo,
talk about this no more.
Yeah, we just gotta keep it moving, man.
Tori said he uncomfortable. Let's move
yo,
on.
What's
Nah,
up,
now I'm
Real?
suing Rashad. And I hope he gets the max because of this. Nah, this is indecent exposure. You indecently exposed me to this story, nigga.
Oh,
But
shit.
I am fascinated because this. I want to understand the process because this ain't stuff you just wake up one day and decide you're gonna do it. It's a whole process. I'm assuming you got to do to make this happen.
I ain't gonna lie. I am good with not knowing the
And people
process.
just use their powers for good, boy.
Go ahead, Real. No, Real got the delay.
Wait,
yo,
What's the word?
Rashad, I just wanted to tell you them $8 lobsters you eating is not lobster.
That's all I came to say. I don't know what
That's
that
a
is.
fact. That is a
That's not a
fact.
lobster, though. And
My
I'm
boy
Hey,
going to
eating
tell
the
you
sea
now, I
musket.
don't know who was going to tell you. I don't know what they told. Well, I know they told you it was lobster, but I'm here to be a good friend to your brother and tell you that is 100% absolutely not lobster.
hey, at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't give a fuck what it is.
Yeah,
I need some on my stomach.
nigga eating the sea musket. That shit crazy. Man.
I see a picture of some nigga fried fish, and the fish looked like that one character from SpongeBob that had all the muscles and shit. That shit took me out. I ain't gonna lie. That shit took me out. At 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, man, I need some grease on my stomach. Pause. Need
Hey,
some
yo,
Nigga,
come
what
pause.
the
on,
fuck?
man.
Pause.
Yeah, hold on,
Hey, I'm
hold
about to.
on.
Hey,
This nigga,
I'm finna dip, man.
Pause.
nah,
This
no.
this conversation getting
Nigga
more and more
Rashad,
sus as it
Please.
goes on, bro. I'm finna let y'all have it,
nigga
man.
Rashad greasing his belly up at 2
Who said
a.m.?
that?
Y'all
You know,
niggas is
you know he,
disgusting.
you know. Hey, you know he was at Diddy house for sure. Now, come
Y'all
on,
niggas
man.
is disgusting.
Some things you got to take to
This
the grave, bro. I'm
this
just saying.
Nigga
nigga.
can't
That
even
nigga,
eat no fried food.
that nigga Rashad said, well, it's 2 a.m.
See, you see what
I
Time to
got,
toxic
grease my
masculinity is
I
belly.
doing
got,
to the
it's time
community?
to get the grease.
See what toxic masculinity is doing to us?
This
Hey, I
nigga
I
don't.
said,
can't even get a 2-piece tilapia.
Not the toxic
Hey,
masculinity.
I don't judge,
Is that what
man.
you call it? Is that the combo? That's what you call it, Rashad? Yeah,
See
it's
what we
2
got going
a.m.
on?
It's time to get the two-piece, the two-piece
Hey
tilapia.
man,
Yo, this man
Hey,
use
extra
gas station
extra hot sauce.
aphrodisiacs. Why are you
to each
surprised?
his own, man. Just let me know so I can go get up out the house and go down the corner somewhere and find me something to do. I got to, shit like
Extra hot sauce. Don't forget the tartar sauce, man. Y'all niggas don't know about good eating.
time for me to raise up.
Y'all niggas are
Nah,
wild.
that nigga
Listen,
Rashad going to hell, man.
nah,
With that
y'all
being
y'all
said,
going
ladies
with
and
me.
gentlemen,
With that being said, this has been another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 220, Voice of the Oppressor. Fist in the air for everybody in here. Repost the space. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon. Me and Kenya just put out the Summer Walker Finally Over It album review. Very, very disappointed. And if you go watch it, you will know why. We listened to all the songs and you can see our souls leaving our body in disappointment as each song played. It was definitely disheartening. It's in the Patreon, it's in the jumbo right now. Go ahead and look, subscribe. All of the spaces, all 220 spaces are on Patreon along with the Nature of Things podcast. New episode dropping, me and Kenya, Nature of Things podcast, fist in the air for that. Fist in the air for everybody who, supports. Shout out to Scully. Scully hosts the community spaces on Wednesday. Y'all pull up to the community spaces on Wednesday. We got a time over there. He be saying some egregious shit, but it's always a good time. I definitely appreciate y'all. We are here tomorrow at 2:30. Not 12, but 2:30. Got something to do, but I definitely appreciate y'all. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow at 2:30. With that being said, we out.